Yes, it is us. Hello, listeners, patrons, whoever else might be out there. Thank you for joining us. It is us, Dragon's Greed Gaming. You are joining us for episode 31 of our Frontier War for Alien. Got a good session in store for you tonight. I think it's going to be a banger, as Sean might say. Anyway, I'm your host, the Great Unclean One. Thank you so much for stopping by to enjoy us for our Screams in Space. You know the drill. Stop by all the socials, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Like, follow, subscribe, and if you really want to support the channel, check us out over on Patreon, where you can toss some coins in the Dragon's Hoard, and you can help support the channel that way if you really like us. Get yourself early access to some of our episodes every week, and some other cool stuff, artwork, unique actual play series for Warhammer we got going on right now. So lots of cool stuff.
It's the only place they can get your OnlyFans link too, right?
Anyway.
No free feed.
Anyway, let's hear from the gang. Everyone's here. Everyone's on camera tonight. Thank you, Scaarr. Love to see your beautiful face. You're back. Tell us about yourself and who you're playing tonight and what you've been up to.
Yeah, I'm Scaarr. I am playing still Private First Class. Oh no, I feel like all of us are like, when are we? You know, we deserve a promotion. I think. Our lieutenant is basically working hand in hand with us. Like, come on, throw us a bone, Lieutenant. Just kidding. I've been good. I'm finally feeling back to normal. I had 2 really great games of Deadlands and Lancer. It's probably the first time since September that I have felt back to normal, and I'm not sick in any capacity. My son goes back to school Monday, so that will probably flip back on its head. And but yeah, no, it's been really good. I'm excited for the next few months.
Good. Me too. We got a lot going on. Gen Con event registration starts, or early event submission, I should say, starts tomorrow, so we're getting that underway. Dragon's Greed will be back at Gen Con this year, running a bunch of games. Myself, Scaarr, Aaron, and probably Sean, I think, right? Maybe.
Probably.
All right. And maybe Adam, although he might be doing stuff for Catalyst. So, but either way, we'll be there in force again, and I will be at AdeptCon this year, hanging out with Eric and whoever else decides to join us. Cool. Well, shout out to Scaarr for helping walk me off the ledge today after my meltdown with the website stuff. I appreciate that. Let's just say it's a touchy subject right now. So I've realized Scaarr is quickly becoming my mental anchor with some of this stuff. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Technology is very frustrating.
You're doing a good job, and God darn it, everyone likes you. Anyway, Eric, tell us about yourself and your K-bar.
Yeah, just showing off the K-bars I got. One of them I got from my dad after boot camp, after I graduated. And one of them I got from my Marines after I left the military the second time.
Oh, cool. Was your dad in the military?
No. He's just a fan of knives. I have a couple old collector's knives from him over the years.
Right.
Like, he had some movie ones, like from Terminator 2. I have one, and Total Recall.
Sweet.
But yeah, today I learned how to play Necromunda. Me and my buddies have been talking about a campaign for a while.
Current edition?
Current edition, yeah.
Okay.
We've been talking about a campaign for a while, so we kind of met up, did a kind of like an introductory, like, this is how we play. Because one guy was pretty familiar, so he ran us through a demo game, and we're kind of setting the stones for a full campaign.
You know, Tony and I played Necromunda at Gen Con a couple years ago because I'd always wanted to try it out.
Yeah.
And the guy who ran the game was not very good. Did not leave a great taste in my mouth for Necromunda, which is disappointing because I think it seems like it would be a cool game, but he didn't do a great job. Basically, what it devolved into was we kept downing people and they wouldn't die, and then it was like, okay, this seems really stupid. And I'm sure, as I've experienced at Gen Con before, it was probably the person running the game and not the game itself. But that sucks. So here's the question, though, that we're all going to either judge you harshly or not harshly on. What gang are you considering playing? And if you say the fucking squats, you might as well just leave the campaign right now. Okay?
No.
Okay.
Two of the other guys, it looks like, might be playing.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I know.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
But no, I'm a Goliath guy.
Really, any answer except squats is acceptable in Necromunda because every gang is cool.
I do have a couple sprues of the corpse grinder cults, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with those yet.
Like, I don't even need to see a model to know that they're cool because of that fucking name, right? Like, come on.
It's fair.
All the stuff for Necromunda is cool though, except those fucking dwarves. So.
Yep. Cool. I mean, we gotta hate dwarves. That's what we do here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Fair and justified.
Filthy hobbits. No, anyway, Adam, tell us about yourself and or your NPC. I mean PC that you're playing.
Oh yeah. You know, just kind of just been a chill week. Didn't really do anything for New Year's either. Because I just stayed home and caught up with some animes and stuff like that. Although, you know, I don't know if any of you guys are big anime fans, but, you know, I'm pretty stoked to have Solo Leveling back. Because, my God, that is probably best anime, I think, out of the last couple years.
I gotta check it out.
Haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. But yeah, we'll be just, you know, private first class, Viktor, ready to continue his paranoia.
Yeah, it was stressful situation last time, that's for sure. Speaking of anime, I am almost done with season 4 of Castlevania. I basically binged it in like almost a day.
Nice.
I know it's been a little. It's been out for a while, but I was like, you know what? Let's finish this up, and just can't put it down, man. Really love it. Good shit.
It's really good. It's good.
A great series, yeah.
The fight scenes and the blood and gore and the violence are just top notch, man. The amount of ingenuity when it comes to how people get brutally mauled by the night creatures is just chef's kiss awesome. So keep it up, Castlevania.
Yeah, I've watched the first couple episodes. I really want to go back and finish it.
It's great, man. And fucking Belmont with his death whip and Alucard with his magic flying sword is just so cool. So good stuff.
Can't go wrong there.
No. All right. Last but certainly not least, Sean is here, and he's going to tell us about his character and what he's been up to.
Yeah, I'm playing PFC, Alexandra Cruz. Very stressed currently. And also not super trusting of androids anymore. They've met 2 androids out in the wild, and both of them fucking betrayed us. Just might have to start shooting androids in the wild just on sight. I don't know.
Hey,
Can't
you
trust
know,
these.
the guy at the mine didn't turn on you?
Yeah.
Virgil's got vested interests in the squad, though. He's
No. The mine controller, Gibson, in the very first mission. He was an android. I feel like there was one other one you guys met, too. Oh, the one on the station you guys just met. Sergey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, he probably would have turned on us eventually. Who knows?
Yeah.
Can you trust a traitor? Let's be real.
Right? He betrayed the UPP.
Maybe because he was American all along. Did you ever think of that?
His name was Sergey, though.
So, I have a friend named Sergey who lives in America.
Yeah, but this is future
Wow,
UPP
Sean.
America.
Wow.
Although I believe he did actually live in Russia before he moved here. But that's besides the point.
That was right. You.
I know he speaks Russian, so.
Okay. Yeah. New Year's was good. I spent it with some friends. We just hung out, watched the first episode of Squid Game Season 2.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, man. Appreciate that.
I told you I was going, and you were like, you and Matt were like, I guess we'll play Total War.
I'm not going to invite myself to your friend's party. What kind of monster do you think I am?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I don't even tell people it's my birthday because that makes me feel guilty. Like, hey, you guys want to come over and celebrate my birthday? Like, then everybody thinks like, oh, should I bring a gift? Do I have to bring cake? Like, I don't want that kind of stress on people. That's rude.
God forbid people celebrate that you exist.
Well, it's just,
if they can't learn from Facebook, then that's on them.
I mean, that's, like, and it's weird because I don't hold that standard against anyone else. If any of you are like, hey, I'm having my birthday this weekend, I'm there, you're getting a gift, I'll bring ice cream, whatever, right? But I feel weird about it. Like,
Sure.
I don't want people
I now
to
know.
understand that.
Next
I mean,
time,
mine's
you
in
don't have plans, I'll
October.
invite you.
Mine's in October. If you start driving,
Hey,
come to LA, and then on your way back driving, you stop in Texas. So there you go.
well, I know because it's going to take me 3 months to get between the states. I know how to use Facebook, and that is how I keep track of people's birthdays. So really, if you don't get a birthday thing from me, it's because you're not using Facebook properly. So it's your fault.
That explains that.
Yeah.
Or you just don't like the person.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm gonna assume the latter.
so if you're
Yeah.
listening to this,
There's a lot of people.
Chris
I have
didn't
to
tell
say
you
thank
happy birthday.
There's a lot of people. I got like over 100 friends. Okay, there's a lot.
Oh, man on Facebook.
I've got
need to bring back the MySpace top
at
8.
least 7.
Yeah, it might. No, I don't have a tremendous amount of people on there compared to some. That's okay. I don't mind. Well, that's okay. No, what did I do on New Year's? I drank some Fireball with Dr. Pepper. I made Chinese food, and I played a shit ton of video games. And we have finally hit 90% on Dead by Daylight achievements.
Oh.
I think we have 27 left to go. So, but man, I'm feeling the grind. I really do want to play some other games. But this is why I stopped achievement hunting, because I get, as Scaarr said, I'm a dog with a bow, and I just focus at the expense of everything else. Which sometimes it's what you got to do. But
Yeah.
so, I don't know. We're definitely not going to hit it by the end of 2024. It was probably a lofty goal, but I think by the end of this year we'll get those last ones done. So we'll see. Other than that, that's really it. Oh, our buddy Craig, who some of you have probably seen or heard on the show here and there, he started a Discord for the Old World over in Colorado where he lives, which he invited me to. And quite a little active community of guys there that have been hanging out and talking shop. And they're doing painting competitions every month for Old World. So I entered a Chaos Lord who I'm going to put on a chariot. And we're hopefully going to... That's one of my New Year's resolutions, is to hobby more often. And play more Old World. Because I did not play enough last year. So 2 things we're going to try to fix and make up. So should be cool.
And try AOS, right?
Never. No. Never sully myself with that filth. That can go right in the bin with the Squats, Talisman, and House on the Hill. Chuck it all out.
Not
Doing yourself
Talisman.
justice. It's a good game.
I actually threw Talisman out. Were you there for that, Eric, when I did that?
No.
I literally took my game and threw it in the garbage because I was so sick of playing that fucking game. And Tony Ortiz actually dumpster dived in my garbage can to try to get pieces out. It was at night, so he couldn't really see much. And he rescued a few of the miniatures, and then he painted them up super nicely and brought them over. And I proceeded to put those in the garbage can.
Was it you who I played with at Gurney Mills in the food court?
It might have been. That's back when I was blind to how bad that game was. I was lured into it like all the other suckers.
I was gonna say, wasn't it like Black Friday? We were there till like midnight playing Talisman.
Oh god, it's awful. It's a game completely based on like luck, like Yahtzee, like levels of luck. Just roll dice. That's all it is. It's so fucking bad. Anyway, I go on, and it never ends. If you die, you know what the rule is? You don't get to go home. You don't get to stop. No, you have to draw another character and start over. So now you're starting over with nothing while everyone else is ahead of you. So not only do you have to struggle to catch up, but you have to watch as everyone else has more fun than you because they haven't died yet. Game fucking sucks. And all the expansion packs, you know what they do? They just add time to the game, make it take longer. Oh, just what I want. This torture session to last 6 hours instead of 4. Fucking great. Game sucks.
God, I love Talisman so much.
And you know what that fucker Matt did? He bought the game for me on Steam, and I had to play it with him and 3 people.
Amazing, Matt. Now I'm gonna go tell him I'm so proud of him.
Fucking awful. Fucking awful. Anyway. Okay. So last week, we had quite the session, as we had a little bit of downtime going on between missions. And we've done our downtime events as well. So, a few things of note that happened. We did a big recap of what you guys have learned as far as all these black projects, who or what is in charge of what or who, some of the variations of alien creatures that you have encountered, or that some of these projects are working on. You got another message, or I should say, O'Connell got another message from Schmidt explaining a little bit more what he's currently been up to. And then as far as your downtime events, Reed was starting to suffer from some homesickness, and I believe called up or sent a video message to his mother trying to clear his mind. And if I recall, it failed, and you ended up with stress, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it didn't help. Didn't help. You're still stressed out. O'Connell was approached by Weaver, who gave him a book about how to attempt to lucid dream in the hopes of helping you recover your mindset after all the nonsense of the last few months with the Project Dreamcatcher that was going on. Cruz got a visit from a Wayland scientist and was told that he was going to be chosen to field test a new prototype weapon for the UA and for Weyland-Yutani. So he got a chance to use a new Armat XM99A phased plasma pulse rifle, which seems quite good. Finally, Tagar, he ran into Carvalho, who was spending some time in the areas where you guys can send out personal messages and stuff, and he seemed a little distracted, or a little, something was bothering him, but he kind of brushed it off. Eventually, you guys went into cryo, and when you awoke, it was O'Connell who came out of cryo first, violently, as you were taken directly out of cryo while you're in FTL to a very injured and distraught Herschel, who was bleeding profusely, had extensive damage, and was in basically a mid-shutdown mode, as he had somehow managed to get your cryopod open. You managed to wake up Tagar, and eventually the rest of the squad, including Weaver, and you got Herschel to the medbay, where he, through glitching speech, explained that Maitland, the android you had procured/rescued on one of your previous missions, had attacked him and was trying to steal the urn from that same mission that you recovered. And I listened to the last couple minutes of our episode, so it's fresh in my mind. O'Connell, you, I believe, attempted a Comtech roll, or did you not? That was one thing I couldn't discover, if you tried one yet or not on Herschel. I know to do a full Comtech is going to take time, so you can't you can't fully repair him. But did you try anything?
No, we opted to shut him down and help. We opted to shut him down for now, and then I'm going to go back and work on it for hours once the situation's under control.
Okay. So yes,
I tucked him in, though. I tucked him in. It was nice.
I do remember that. Yes, and I do remember.
Kiss on the forehead.
Yep.
I fixed his hair and everything.
Yeah, because I think there's just it looks like there's just a one comtech roll, which I think stabilized him, right?
Yes, that
Think
sounds
so.
about
Yeah.
right. Okay.
We did that to stop the bleeding.
Yeah. So you did that, and while this was happening, you guys eventually split up. Weaver and Cruz went to wake the LT. She luckily didn't die from that. Although when you guys did get woken up, I believe both Cruz and Reed are paranoid. Or is it just Reed?
So I am.
It's me and Tagar, I believe.
Okay. Did anybody take damage from coming out of cryo? I don't recall.
I think
No.
most.
I don't.
I'm at
I don't
4 out
think
of
so.
5 health, so I think I took damage.
At 5 and 5.
And then I think
I mean, Tagar
Lieutenant
never takes
took
damage.
damage.
So,
Casados.
yeah.
I think Casados
Casados,
took
yeah.
damage too.
she did. Okay.
It's cringe.
So, you got the LT out of cryo, explained what was happening. Her and Weaver eventually started making their way towards the bridge so they could try to track where Maitland is. And then I believe Cruz and Reed went to Chimera Squad's cryo chamber because they saw some warning lights there. Maybe it was, I think it was Cruz and Tagar, actually. No, it was Cruz and Reed. Reed
Yeah.
had grabbed a fire extinguisher to arm himself with, and Cruz, when you guys got inside, you found that Carvalho's cryopod, the oxygen has shut off. You're not sure if it's been disconnected or sabotaged or if it's just somehow malfunctioned, but he is currently beginning to suffocate in his pod and die. And finally, Tagar and O'Connell, after doing the best they could with Herschel, began to make their way towards the armory to arm themselves. You guys made it there. You'd each grabbed your primary weapon with basically just the reload that it's got in it, because you guys didn't want to waste any time. And that is where our session ended. Any questions before we begin?
Nope.
Did you say where we're headed?
No,
Like why?
because I don't know if you guys had decided exactly where you were going to go yet. So we will pick up, as a matter of fact, right there, as Tagar and O'Connell are having a sweet 6-second montage of grabbing exactly one gun and one clip of ammunition. And they're ready to go. So, you guys are basically just in your maybe basic fatigues, maybe still in your shorts and your sleeveless shirts from cryo or t-shirts, whatever your character wears. What do you guys do?
So I think me and O'Connell found out that he was headed towards the urn. So we were gearing up to go fight an android.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna keep heading that direction.
All right, so you're gonna make your way to the lab where you last knew the urn to be held. Okay. All right. It'll take you, a few moments to get down there as you're rushing through the halls of the Tamb'itam. Meanwhile, Reed and Cruz back in the cryo chambers. What do you do?
I'd be attempting to get this thing open so we can get some oxygen to this guys.
Yeah, like emergency release, like we did everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a... Well, how are you trying to open it exactly? Are you trying to just force it open? Are you trying to use the controls to open it? Are you trying to smash it open?
Crowbar.
Normally, how would we do it? Normally, just the controls.
Yes.
Yeah. I think controls for first thing.
All right. Give me a Comtech roll at minus... -4.
Oh my god.
I will assist you. So only -3. Good luck. Easy.
Okay. This is going to take multiple successes to get open. You realize, as you begin to put in the command to do the emergency override, that someone has or something has overridden that, and now you have to run basically a bypass to get around this. It's very obvious to you that something's been intentionally messed with here.
Yeah. Can I attempt to break the glass with the fire extinguisher?
You certainly
Hell
could. Give me a close combat.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Maybe not thinking, because you're in a bit of a panic. These things are meant to take a bit of a beating. You smash it a couple times, it doesn't even leave a scratch. It's just like the glass that we see in Aliens when Newt and Ripley are trapped in the med lab. There's like, if we were inside the cryopod, we wouldn't really hear anything. It doesn't even leave a mark on the glass. And you hit it so hard that you slip and you cut your hand on some of the metal, and the thing just falls to the ground and kind of goes rolling between some of the cryopods, kind of spitting out some of the fire extinguish, whatever it is, the fire repellent.
We maybe look and see if there's a way to turn the oxygen back on.
That'll be another Comtech. -4.
All right, Adam, you want the other one?
Okay.
And I will,
Whichever
before you do anything else, I just want to point out here, let me make sure I've got the right stuff here. Okay. So you try to get the emergency override to open. That doesn't work. At that point, you can see that the lack of oxygen is beginning to have effects on Carvalho's vitals. You then try to smash it open with the fire extinguisher, and it's getting worse. There are audible and visual cues on the cryopod that are basically showing like his heart rate dropping, and he is dying. What do you do next?
Do these things have like an emergency release? Like if the power's out and we can just unlock them with like some kind of OSHA mandated emergency release?
That is a great question.
Reject button.
I've never seen or heard of anything like that in the Alien universe. So I'll say heavy machinery at -3.
Oh, I'm so good at all of these skills. I can't even roll. I would have 0 dice.
Luckily, I could do that for you.
Oh, that'd be great. Looks like this is your area.
All right. So Reed, thinking quickly, we're going to say they don't have overrides because it's the company. Why would they? So you die. Yeah, you have to do some sort of manual, like, yank out a plug and then force the thing open somehow. And with 4 successes, you managed to do that. However, we have to roll now for him coming out of cryo in FTL, which is just as dangerous.
You might have killed him anyways.
By the time you get this open, he is spasming, and he is starting to foam at the mouth.
Great.
He takes 1 point of damage, which means he is broken. And he may die.
Oh my god.
Would someone please roll a critical for me?
You've been rolling so far, Adam. Good luck.
I don't want that juju on me.
Okay, I'll roll a critical. Just the one on my character sheet, or just in general?
Yeah, the ones on the character sheet don't work, so you gotta roll from the table.
Okay.
Basically, every turn he took a point of damage. So, and he took 1 damage there, so that dropped him to 0.
He doesn't have the tough feet.
And I'll be lucky.
What do we have here?
Could've been
Impaled
worse.
thigh. It's not fatal.
That's could have been worse.
25. Okay. So, you guys probably wouldn't notice it, but we'll assume it's probably something with the lack of oxygen. Maybe he gets a blood clot in his leg that's going to fuck up his ability to run. But when you get him out, he is still breathing.
Okay. Can I just do a quick medical aid? Make sure.
Go for it.
Another bleed. One success.
Okay. You maybe roll him on his side, get whatever he's coughing up out of his lungs, and then finally he takes like a huge gasp, and you see his eyes go wide for a second, and then he just passes out from shock. But he is alive.
Okay. Great. I
He's
definitely put him in the
stabilized.
recovery position.
Okay.
And none of the other cryopods are activating or beeping or anything?
Nope.
Okay. We still have comms, right?
You never had comms because you don't have your armor. We determined
Right.
that your comm is in the helmet.
Damn.
And I don't think you've really had a chance to go anywhere to get like just a separate comm set at this point.
Oh, okay. All right. Guess we should go to the army, right?
I feel like we should drop him off at the infirmary first down the hall.
Yeah. All
Seems
right.
like
1, 2,
someone's
3.
trying to get him dead.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm assuming it's Maitland, right?
So, meanwhile, Tagar and O'Connell rushing down the hall. You make your way to where the lab is, and you don't see anyone around. It's awfully quiet.
Okay. I guess once we're in sight, we'll stop sprinting and kind of slowly creep up to the doorway.
Okay.
Kind of just keeping an eye on like the surroundings.
All right. Whoever has the worst stealth out of the two of you, give me a mobility roll, please.
I think we know that answer.
What are yours?
My mobility?
Yeah,
This mobility is very good, if I recall.
that was
Yeah,
it.
it's like one of my best stats.
The sneaky murder one.
Oh yes.
Okay. You guys start to creep your way towards the lab, and you get up to like where the glass is. There's no one inside.
Okay. Is the door like locked? Is it normally locked?
Normally it would be locked, yes, but you try it and it opens.
Okay. I guess we'll sweep the room, looking for the urn.
Okay, both of you give me
Is it just like a small room, or?
I mean, it's a good size, good size room. It's not tiny by any means. Okay. So, one of you panicked.
It was me.
Tagar. Okay. So you guys start looking around, and O'Connell, well, I should say Tagar, you begin to panic because you realize the urn is not where it should be. The spot where it's been sitting, the few times you've seen it, is empty. O'Connell, you find on the floor a strange-looking glass vial that is pretty much looks to be empty. Did you guys ever open an urn or see?
I did.
I thought we saw it open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
I
recognize
recall Schmidt doing that, I think.
it is one of the glass ampule vials that is normally inside the urn. It is on the floor, and it is empty.
Did we discover what effect this has in the mine, I believe? Did we correlate that? I don't recall.
I don't think
You saw people getting dunked in black goo, but I don't think we ever connected like what's in the ampoules.
Yeah. I mean, the best you know is there's black goo in the urn, and you saw a huge pile of black goo coming from you have no idea where. But keep in mind, when you went down to the pool with the black goo, you found dozens, if not hundreds, of urns floating around in that goo.
Does the lab have any PPE like face masks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look for a couple of those. For one for me and O'Connell, and then kind of pocket a couple extras for the others.
Okay, just like a regular like mask type thing. That.
Unless they have anything like more heavy duty.
Probably not in like any abundant amount. I mean, they probably have like a rebreather or something, but not like. I mean, they've got the regular mask. That's no problem.
They don't have like hazmat suits.
I mean, they probably would, but probably not like enough for like all 6 of you. I don't think. At least not just like sitting around.
Is there a terminal in this room?
Probably, yeah.
Would I know if I can access terminal to see when the door was unlocked last?
You can certainly
Any
try.
cameras in the room?
Yeah, there definitely be cameras in here.
Oh, well, even better.
Yeah, give me a comtech roll. Okay. You can tell that there's definitely been some effort here to make this more difficult, but not anything extended or anything expertly done. You can definitely tell the door has been opened, probably accessed within the last 10 minutes. You had 2 successes? So you're able to access the camera feed, but you only get the first part of the footage. You do see Maitland casually enters. You see him obviously operating the door, either entering a code or hacking the door maybe. He comes inside, and you see he walks towards the urn, and then he takes the top off, and you see him take one of the glass vials out, and then the footage stops or gets cut off before you can see what else happens.
Maitland was here about 10 minutes ago, sir. He pulled that out of one of the urns, it looked like.
Damn. Here, put on this mask. We saw what it did in those mines. Hopefully we don't get close enough to it, but we might need to... Do we know where he went after he left the room?
Footage cut out.
You do not.
We might need to get our rest of our gear. Do we know where Weaver and Lieutenant went?
They went to the bridge so they could try to access Mother, or just get like overall control of the systems and maybe track him down, through the cameras and things like that.
Are there like ship comms where I could try to reach out to that room?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's intercoms in every major intersection and room as well.
Yeah, see if you can contact the others and see if we can maybe find a rally point.
Okay, I'll try to reach the bridge. It's O'Connell trying to reach LT. LT, you there?
It's quiet for a second and then crackles back to life, and you hear Weaver. Yeah, we're here, O'Connell. What's up?
Hey, Maitland was in here with the urn not too long ago, about 10 minutes ago. He's messing with this. He messed with it. I don't know what he did, but just be careful. We're trying to get to the rest of the crew.
She's like, we're checking logs right now and cameras. We're trying to track him down, and you can hear something in the background. And she's like, hold on, I think LT found something. And then you hear the lieutenant comes up on the intercom. She says, O'Connell, Tagar, looks like he's heading towards the hangar.
Trying to get away?
I think so. You have to stop him. If he has
Can you
that
lock
urn,
down?
Yeah, I'll do what I can. I think he's
All
messed
right.
with some of the systems, though.
All right, we're on our way. Do you know where the others are?
She checks for a moment. Where are you guys going? To the armory?
Well,
Med
Armory.
Bay first, right?
Armory, yeah.
And then to the armory?
Yeah.
Okay. She'd probably say they just left the armor or the infirmary.
Okay.
They brought
Can you
Carvalho in there.
Carvalho?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure what's going on.
All right. All right. After they gear up, see if you can send them toward the hangar. We're on our way there.
Roger that.
Tell them to grab some rebreathers or something in case that black dew's out there.
Okay. And you hear Weaver like, be careful.
I will.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
too.
We don't care about you.
Hey, you don't know. She didn't say a name. You don't know who she said it to.
Oh, we know.
I mean, we know, but
Herschel.
Yeah. It's definitely to Herschel.
okay. So the two of you make your way towards the bridge. I assume quickly.
Yeah. Is there anything else here, like med kits or anything that I can like grab on the way out? Anything worth?
I mean, yeah, the med kit is no problem. Sure. I mean, there's basic medical supplies. But as far as like a med kit would probably be something you could like grab off the wall. Like drugs and stuff would probably be locked in like a cabinet or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Far away from.
So my nap relief can't be.
No, you don't.
Nap
No,
relief.
nap relief is controlled by Mother. We've learned.
Okay.
And just to clarify,
No,
I'm not taking the nap relief, Chris.
I've been keeping it in my socks because you already gave it to me.
So how many nap relief have you taken so far?
0.
Zero. Okay.
That's why I'm so itchy all over.
It's gonna be an itchy weekend. Okay.
All right.
So the two of you bolt towards the hangar.
Yeah.
Reed and Cruz, you make your way to the armory. What do you grab?
yeah.
How much time do you spend here?
Yeah,
The LT would relay this information, or maybe Weaver would. Hey, Tagar and O'Connell are on the way to the hangar. It looks like Maitland's making his way there. I think he took the urn.
Oh shit.
Tagar said grab rebreathers just in case.
Okay. Rebreathers? Yeah. All right.
Grabbing a rebreather and a gun.
Okay.
Yeah, a gun. Do we have any RPGs?
Oh, on the ship?
Don't push it.
I mean, the
Never know if you don't
RPGs
ask.
would be in the armory, but I think those would probably require something to access rather than just hanging on the wall.
Submit
Another
an
whole breach.
IOU. All right. Well, we can't really do any of that right now. I'll grab 2 clips of ammo.
Okay. All right, so we have 1 spare clip for the whole squad, so whoever runs out of ammo.
Don't panic.
Reed, you're getting 2 clips as well, right?
No, he grabbed a rebreather.
Sure.
Nobody grabbed my shield. I see how it is.
Right?
Oh, is your shield in here? Is it Mark Tagar's shield?
I personalized it. You'll know it's mine.
Tagar
Are we
shield.
strong enough to lift it? That's the real problem.
It has all my tally
Tagar
marks
shield
on
with
there.
like tallies. Yeah, there you go.
I'll strap it to my back and be at half speed for the rest of the game.
Yeah, right? It's like the fucking big-ass shields from Dark Souls. You're instantly
Why is it so
encumbered.
heavy?
Yeah. I have
What is
to...
He carries this?
I have to fat dodge now? Damn it. Okay. So you guys make your way towards the hangar as well.
Yeah.
Tagar and O'Connell, you are the first ones to make it there. You can see the door that leads into the hangar ahead of you. What do you do once you get to the door? Does not have a window to look inside.
I guess bring up my weapon and slam open.
Okay. Door raises. You guys walk inside, and I mean the hangar's big. Normally these are meant to fit at least 2 drop pods. I'm sorry, drop ships. And so yeah, you see both of your typical drop ships, Trial by Fire, and I think Friday the 13th was shot down and destroyed, if I recall, on the last mission. That has not
So
been replaced yet.
And if we let Trial by Fire get out of here, we're going to have to answer to Weaver.
Oh yeah.
Especially if it's decked out.
So don't set charges to it.
Don't RPG it inside the hangar.
Give me observation rolls, please.
All water.
God damn it. God damn it.
I'll push.
Yeah, I'll push.
There
Okay.
you no.
Okay, that's
You
what
can
we like
have
to
a
see.
success.
Are you pushing 2, Eric?
I was trying. Oh, I pushed wrong. I pushed on.
All right.
Hey, yeah, that's what we like to see.
Okay. So, thank you for being honest, by the way, and not backing out of that. Good man.
Yeah.
When it
I need that stress.
when it comes time to kill somebody, you'll be the last one. So, you both walk inside. At first, you see nothing. You start to scan the room, and you can see, you catch someone rocking around one of the drop ships, and they walk out of sight.
Is there?
Sean, high or low?
Always high, baby.
If you screw me,
Let's go.
Always high, baby.
It is.
Is that a good success or a bad success? We don't know
It
yet.
is good. He.
Okay.
You see the figure is walking around, not trial by fire, the other dropship.
Okay.
I saved your bacon, Eric, okay?
I know.
Your fictional girlfriend would have been really pissed.
I'm not gonna answer.
How far are they right now?
I would say they are at what is it? Short, medium, long. Is that how this goes? Yeah, short. They are at medium range.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they disappear out of sight around the side of the dropship. So you just catch them as they go around the.
And where's the entrance to the dropship? Is it on the side?
The entrance is the back ramp. Has to be lower.
Okay.
So you're probably staring at the front of the dropship then, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay. Is there a computer terminal in the hangar to like emergency lock it down? Can I ask O'Connell, hey, can you keep the hangar doors from opening?
I'm sure there's something to that equivalent. Yes.
Yeah. He's been messing with the system so far, but I could give it a shot.
Okay. You do that. Tagar, what do you do while he attempts that?
Make my way between the ships. So the ships are side by side.
Yeah.
And did we see him go around, like, through the middle to the other ship? Or
He went round
from the wall to the other ship?
round the outside. Round the outside.
Alright, so then I'll go between the two ships
Thank you for catching that.
and kind of, like, slowly, like, creep my way forward.
Okay.
Is the dropship's landing gear tall enough that I can, like, peek under to see if I can, like, see his feet?
Probably. But if the ramp is down, you wouldn't necessarily see his feet.
Okay.
So first, give me a mobility test to do your stealth. O'Connell, give me a comm-tech to try to override the thingy.
Okay. Tech coming up.
Okay. Yeah, you start messing with some stuff, and you're able to override it. What do you want to use your 2 successes for here, though? Your extras.
Man, it depends on how much I can get away with. I mean, do I get any control of the dropships from here?
No.
I'll bank them.
Okay. Okay, so you do that. You set the override, and you could probably hear like an audible locking as they get locked, and maybe like a warning light, like one of those yellow hazard lights is flashing to indicate that it's locked. Tagar, you failed your mobility roll. This is opposed, so let me make a test here first.
And I'm not necessarily trying to be stealthy, but more just like careful. Like, I don't want to get snuck up on.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming he heard the door open, right? Because
It depends. You know, it's far enough away he may not have, but it is an android, so his hearing is probably better than yours.
Yep.
Where are the NPCs? Oh, sorry, I rearranged my folders here. Okay, well, let me do this first. Because if you're trying to just make sure you're not getting snuck up on, then it would be an observation roll. But if you're trying to be stealthy, it's going to be mobility. So you're trying to do both?
yes, yeah,
Okay.
I'll do both.
Give me an
I failed the stealth.
Yeah, so give me an observation. Unless you want to push the stealth.
No, like I said, I'm not necessarily trying to be
Gotcha.
quiet,
Okay.
but just
Okay. So you don't want to push stealth, you want to push the observation.
yeah.
Okay. You panic, but you have 2 successes. Okay. Alright. So...
Well, three total, right?
oh, you're right. 3. Yep. My bad. Okay. So, you are sneaking... I'm sorry, between the ships or around the ship?
Between the ships.
Okay, you're sneaking between the ships, but your boots are kind of echoing a little bit. And you then hear clearly someone moving inside the ship. You're fairly sure he's probably heard you at this point, but you do not see him. You're maybe about 2/3 of the way to the open ramp between the ships. O'Connell, at this point, you can see he's sneaking slowly. What do you do?
Is he Tagar sneaking slowly?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make my way, I think, to the other dropship.
Okay. Quickly or quietly?
The dropships. Well, this will depend. These are Cheyennes, right?
Yes.
So are the Gatling guns on the Cheyennes turrets mount? Like, do they move around?
They're nose mounted and they can do, I think, 180.
Is anything like turret mounted that could swivel?
No, because the rest of them are the
I'm
fold
looking
over.
at it. It doesn't
fold
look
over
like
wings.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these are, because you're an FTL, you're currently in transit. They are currently locked in place by an overhead crane. In addition to being on the floor, they probably have cables or something that hold them in place too. That way they don't slide around if the ship gets crashes or anything.
Okay, so that changes what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the opposite side of the dropship that Tagar's sneaking on.
Okay.
And I'm going to yell out.
Okay. What do you yell?
Maitland, we know you're in here. We know what you did. Come out with the hands up. Let's do this the easy way.
You hear from inside, I'm afraid I can't do that, PFC.
From inside the dropship?
It's clearly inside the dropship, yeah.
There's no way to get out, Maitland. Everything's locked down.
What is it you humans say? Where there's a will, there's a way? Both of you make observation rolls, please.
Nice.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
Okay. So you both hear the glass canopy of the cockpit open up after he says that.
Okay, did we know they could do that? or did he just rip it off?
That's a great question.
I feel like a dropship canopy shouldn't just open up.
Yeah, we'll say he forced it open somehow.
Oh, whoever's the pilot of that one's gonna be pissed.
At least it's not ours. Okay, I mean, I guess I'm gonna like quickly spin around and see if I spot him at the canopy.
Okay, O'Connell, how about you?
I'm torn between still going to the other dropship.
So just to set this up, okay? If we're looking at the dropship from an overhead view, okay? The cockpit is pointed south. Eric is on the west side of the ship between the two dropships, and you are on the east side of the dropship because you went around the opposite side that Tagar went through. Tagar's between the two dropships. Tagar, you're about 2/3 of the way to the back of the ship where you can see the ramp is open. O'Connell will say you're maybe only about a quarter. You're just past the cockpit as you hear it pop open.
We got the cockpit. Can I see him? Do I have any kind of visual on him?
Well, it depends. This is while you're walking, so you hear this. I need a split-second decision. What are you proceeding?
I'll try to get a vision. I'll try to get eyes on it, on the cockpit.
Okay. All right. So you both turn to see what's happening. Okay. All right. So on a high, he's aiming for O'Connell. On a low, he's aiming for Tagar. 6. So sorry, that was private. So that is O'Connell. Okay, O'Connell, you do see him pop out from the cockpit, and you see that he throws something in your direction. You're pretty sure it's some sort of type of grenade.
Fucking Superman diving.
Okay.
They're gonna go to cover action.
Let me. I didn't put this thing on his character sheet. Hold on, I need to equip him. It is a weapon, pretty sure.
That's worrying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Range attack. Here we go. You can get fucked and die, I guess.
Ouch.
Not
right.
with that attitude.
So
You were saying?
grenade goes bouncing past you, and you see the static, and you smell the ozone as it goes off. An electroshock grenade lands past you and fries like one of the circuit panels, maybe where one of the power loaders is, and the power loader like gets fried a little bit. We're gonna go into initiative at this point.
Right.
All right,
Me
boys,
and
good luck.
Cruz be at the door now.
How many zones away are they?
About
37 zones.
467 zones. So
Damn.
Quick question: where are the fuel tanks on these things?
Oh shit.
towards the ship or the
The ship,
drop ship or the actual
drop
ship?
ships, the drop ships.
Guys, I know a lot about Alien, but for fuck's sakes, I don't know on the back. I guess the other side.
I just need to know if I can take a knife to one of them.
No, it's a drop ship for space. No.
Listen, Chris, you don't know how strong Tagar is. He's just gonna tear through that metal.
I mean,
like,
if Tagar had like a fucking Titan-sized sword, I'd let him try it, sure. But he's just got a fucking combat knife.
it's a UA made weapon.
tokens out here. Well,
That means it's the cheapest, most
Yeah.
affordable.
yeah, they
Pry
got
the
it
welding
imported
off.
from the fucking UPP, right?
We actually only get our weapons from UPP soldiers who we've killed. That's how the UA does it.
Yeah, because they don't even give you a knife. Those dicks. Okay. Okay, Maitland looking for the 1. Oh, he's right in between with a 3. Okay. You two can add yourselves. Just don't roll yet, since you're not actually in the fight. And
Okay.
let's get us a little bit more interesting combat music here. And we'll start this off. Okay, so at 2, O'Connell, you throw yourself forward. The grenade goes bouncing past you. You are unhurt. You see Maitland. He's got mostly cover from being in the cockpit. He's above you, and basically just you can kind of see his arm and like part of his shoulder. So what do you do?
I don't recall. Did we gear up essentially all of our gear?
No, you literally grabbed your guns.
Fuck. Okay.
Otherwise, it would have taken
Just
longer.
guns. Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm gonna. I see. I mean, that's all I need. I'm a marksman. I'm gonna aim and shoot.
Oh, okay.
You can do it. We believe in you. Yeah, that's what we want to
Nice,
see.
nice.
Okay. How much damage is that?
That's all. Yeah. It's all gonna be. What are you doing? That's all gonna be damage.
Wait, you didn't.
Oh,
use your
I'm
gun.
sorry. I didn't roll my gun. Fucking hell. It's 2 damage base, so 4
Probably
damage.
gives you like additional dice too.
It does. I was gonna complicate it though. I don't know how many dice it gives me. Bonus 2. I'll roll. Okay. 2d6. Okay.
Okay.
4 damage.
All right. He blocks one of that. He takes 3 points of damage. And
Shout out. Who's making you do this, Maitland?
that is actually enough to give him a critical.
Oh damn. Okay. Shit. Herschel must have got
Saucy.
fucking hands on him.
So
Head dislocation.
you, as he throws the grenade, he's a little too slow to get back in the cockpit, and the bullets just like rip right from like his sternum up his face, and his head gets basically knocked off, hanging to the side. You can see white android blood splurting everywhere.
Androids are creepy.
It is his turn, and he.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move further away.
You said you aimed, so that is your
Oh,
reaction.
you're right. Damn it. Ah.
Did you add the dice to the aim though?
I did. No, he's totally right.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, don't cheat.
I'm cheating. Yeah.
Doesn't matter because he's already been critical. He can't do anything else. That's the best he could do, right? So, extra damage won't do anything. So nice try, but not close enough. And after you ask him who's he doing this for, you see he aims he pulls his other hand out and he's holding a pistol, which you do not recognize. And he points it at you. He says, "Wouldn't you like to know?" And he opens fire.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Ah.
Man, you're so cool. That is 2 successes for a total of 2 damage.
So no armor. Do I get a mobility
You do
instead
not.
since no armor?
You do not.
Okay.
Especially because you used
Good
your
deal.
action. So, you expect to get shot as he aims the gun. You're like, oh shit, I'm not wearing anything. And you are indeed shot, but it is not by a bullet. It is by some sort of dart. And it hits you. And I need you to make a stamina test, please.
I'm the monster now. Hey!
Do you want to push that?
Kind of not. I want to see what happens.
Oh Jesus Christ!
This is an opposed roll.
Okay.
Hey man, I don't
Wait,
care
hold
what
on.
you do.
There we go. Hold on.
Just press-
There should have been a stress dice in that stamina check. I rolled on. I still have that duplicate character sheet.
There was one stress dice. Should there be another?
There should have been 2. Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Let me push again. Fuck. I'm still rolling from the wrong character sheet.
Do you need me to
One more success.
give you another character sheet, or did you pick the wrong one to use?
No, they're like identical. So I just have to look at the inventory to make sure I have the right one, and I didn't.
Okay.
At
All
the
right.
time.
So you have a total of 2 successes, and you panic. And you panic because you feel something get injected into you, and the dart falls to the ground. And you see a wicked, upside-down smile from Maitland as he hits you with that.
Is it drugs? Does it feel good?
It's not nap relief.
Believe.
It ain't your grandfather's nap relief, I'll tell you that much.
They just
Your
did
stress goes
cocaine.
down.
All right. Tagar, you hear this going on. You can probably underneath the dropship see, well, you can probably see like Tagar or O'Connell's lower half. What do you do?
But I can't see Maitland from where I'm standing.
No, definitely not.
From my knowledge of the dropships, if I go up the ramp, would I be able to see the cockpit? Or is that like a
Yes.
sectioned off?
It is sectioned off, but it's got a little door to get in there. So whether or not he closed the door, you're not sure. But if the door was open and he's standing there, you probably see him. Maybe not completely, but you could definitely at least see him to it probably hit him.
Okay. I'm gonna try and run to the back of the ship and see if I can take a shot through the door.
Yes, you do see
standing
him.
there?
He will have cover because he's, leaning over the side basically. So you probably see
Okay.
like his lower half or his leg. So he will get some armor for this.
Armor. Okay.
Yeah.
But no modifiers.
No modifiers.
Oh,
Okay.
he does know fear.
You empty the clip as
3
you're
damage.
like, fuck, I gotta put this guy down. Total of 3 damage.
Well,
He's
question, Chris. He's already at like broken, right? So extra damage doesn't help.
correct. Well,
Just
it
use
might
one of
because
your-
he does get to roll armor, so more damage will make
Oh.
it because he has to actually suffer damage to take a critical.
Yeah. So you have an extra success. You could use it to swap your initiative, so you go before him next round.
Oh.
Oh, tell me
Ooh.
more.
Ooh. Oh.
He is.
And our weapons are
Okay.
also armor piercing, right? Come on.
Well, so he's. Can I make him drop his weapon?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I use
All
my
his
action
fast
stuff to
actions
make
are
him-
slow actions, so he can only pick it up, right?
All right, so you shoot him, you cut him, you hit him like in the leg, that makes him like kind of stumble back, and you hit the arm that's holding the pistol. You see or hear the pistol drop somewhere in the cockpit. 2 damage coming by. Let's see if that is enough. It's got a little bit from the armor reduction, or the armor piercing here. Okay, he does not pass a single armor roll. That'll be another critical. Now here's the thing. The android criticals are working on the character sheet,
Oh,
which makes
Nice.
me wonder.
That's convenient.
Let me just see if it works on Herschel's character sheet.
no, Herschel.
does.
no.
Herschel!
It does. Okay.
Why
so
would you
it's-
do this to him?
It's human criticals that are not working. Weird. Okay. Next critical. That is a severe chassis breach. He is completely immobilized. All right. So yeah, he can't really do much at this point. I would say at this point, Cruz and Reed, you guys would make it here. You can go ahead and roll your initiative, although I doubt it's going to matter.
A 9, but I get a second one just in case I'm not bad.
Reed
Yeah,
steals the one.
Good
Wow.
shit, Reed.
Reed
Okay, I'll
comes
just leave it at 9.
bolting through the door. What do? You see, so the cockpits are facing towards you. You don't see Tagar. You see the cockpit cabin canopy of the other dropship has been opened. You see Maitland inside. There's android blood everywhere. His head is hanging off. He just got lit up. And you can see O'Connell standing to the side, obviously exchanging fire. You can see the smoke and sparks from some sort of electrical damage behind O'Connell.
Gonna fucking light him up.
Like it. Okay.
Very trustworthy, Reed.
And by him, he
Yeah,
means
yeah,
O'Connell.
He's immediately betraying everyone.
Yeah, I had to put him out of his misery because I saw he got hit by some unknown injectable.
Pathogen.
Yeah. Gotta be sure, man. It's the only way to be sure.
It's the Weyland-Yutani protocols. You can't let that get out.
Okay. What do you want to use your extra success for?
I guess I just one.
Extra damage?
Well, you know what? Yeah.
Okay. He blocks. How much damage total do?
3.
You actually don't hit him. You spray the outside of the cockpit. Some of the shots go off the glass or the canopy. But you don't actually hit him. The cover saved him.
Bastard.
O'Connell.
You
Your
need
turn.
to requal at the range.
Do I feel tingly?
Maybe a little bit where you got hit. You're not sure if it's from the dart or if the dart had something inside of it.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna aim and shoot. You know, I'm gonna like O'Connell takes like a flavor knee to the ground and steadies his aim. And so I'm gonna roll for my gun.
That makes you
Smart
the
boy.
cool pose of the squad. The kneeling towel that everybody likes.
Woo! Uh-oh.
All right, you empty the gun as you just unload with 3 successes. What do you want to do with the extras?
One's gonna definitely be to drop his weapon.
He already dropped
This
his
time.
weapon.
I already did that.
You got that. Okay. Oh yeah. Then we need to shut him down. So all damage.
All damage, I like it. We could knock him down just to make him prone and just give him every
None of us
status
can shoot
effect.
him.
in the
He
game.
might get too much cover from that. So.
Yeah.
Did we
Okay.
pull data off a dead android?
Did you see Alien 3?
We fucking murked this.
I
thing.
mean, a long time ago.
Well, you should know the answer to that.
Yeah, no, you can fix broken androids.
Depends how broken they are.
We
So,
did part
you absolutely annihilate him, and he is going to get another critical here. Is it the 6? He already has 5.
Don't you go to step up?
I believe you go a step up, which is 6. System shut down. He stops moving and collapses into the cockpit with a thud. Tagar, you see his prone form. The head, like, hanging off the flap of skin, staring right at you as he hits the ground and shuts down.
Take your knife and just cut that skin so that it's not hanging there.
I'm actually gonna sweep the ship for the urn, see if I notice anything, and then pick up his weapon
Okay.
carefully.
Motherfucker shot me with a dot. Who the fuck shoots a dot?
So a couple things. You knock the gun aside, and now on closer inspection, you recognize it as some sort of injection pistol that you normally have like in a lab or something like that. You do see he has another pistol on like stuffed on his belt, and it looks like he had another electroshock grenade or two, which you're able to get away from him. The pistol he has is like basically an electroshock pistol too. And you do see there is a small bag that he's placed maybe in one of the seats, or probably in the cockpit seat or the co-pilot seat, and you see the urn is inside there, and so is the flute. Because he
Is
was,
the urn closed or open?
Oh,
He was-
that son of a bitch.
he was
He
gonna
does
do
fingering.
he was going to do the fingering.
He did a lot of fingering, I think.
So, yeah, the flute and the urn are both in there.
Is the urn open or closed?
It's closed.
Okay. Do I notice anything like on the bag? Goo, grossness.
Just the Weyland-Yutani logo.
Check the gun. What the fuck did he shoot me with?
I got it. It's an injection dart gun from the lab.
Yeah, what's in the dots? Oh, I'm worried
Is
it's
there
that
any-
shit that was in the Eoin.
Is there any reloads? Is there any
Oh, yeah,
extra darts
there's
in
a
there?
couple bullets, a couple darts in there, yeah.
Do they all look the same?
They're not clear. You can't see what's inside of them.
Oh. I'm not sure. We're going to have to take this back. I'm going to see if there's any, like, gloves somewhere in the ship. Put on a pair of gloves and kind of just, like, zip up the bag. Put the dart gun in the bag.
For sake of argument, sure.
Kind of carry it like this out of the hangar.
Well, you did have the med kit. I'm sure they had
like this.
Yeah.
You're wearing a mask.
Yeah. We'll say there's gloves. That's fine.
Shit.
Hey, O'Connell, can you reach Lieutenant? Let her know I don't know, got Maitland and the gear back.
Yeah. I head over to the terminal. Hail her. Whatever the cool term is for it.
I feel like hail is the appropriate term.
Or raise. Yeah.
We're on a ship. I feel like maritime law demands
I
hailing.
booty call the LT.
Ooh, that's a mistake.
Yeah, go ahead, O'Connell.
Yeah, we got Maitland. He's disabled for the moment. He had the urn with him.
Okay, good. Bring him back to one of the labs.
Understood. She said bring him back to the lab.
All right. Reed, Cruz, see if you can drag him out. O'Connell, you're with me. Let's see what you got hit with.
Do you want me to patch up O'Connell?
I'm gonna kind of move like I guess like a wife beater or something like that. Kind of moves and look at where he shot.
So you got shot in the forearm. You're aiming your gun, and that's what got hit. And there's just a little pinprick right there. There's nothing extraordinary happening right now.
No, yeah, I'm okay, Cruz. I guess for now.
I don't mean to interject here, Tagar, but I think just me and O'Connell can go back to the med bay. We can try to get checked out there while we're also trying to fix Herschel. Both kind of know our way around.
Herschel's in the lab.
I thought it was in the...
You brought him to the med bay.
Yeah, we brought him to the med bay.
I thought we had a whole discussion about how he's a synth, and that would be pointless.
There was a discussion, and the answer was bring him to the med bay.
It would be pointless to do work on him in the lab because it takes hours. So we brought him to the med bay because that was the closest, I think.
All right. I'll give the bag of stuff to O'Connell. Like, here, have them check out the darts and get yourself looked at. Make sure you get scanned or whatever.
Well, I kind of want to get Herschel into the lab as soon as possible.
Yeah, we gotta get working on him.
I mean, you were still hit by something. We don't know what is in these darts.
I feel fine right now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff starts fine. We'll get somebody on. We'll get someone on. We got a ship full of.
There's someone in engineering.
Somebody can take a look at Herschel.
We'll rouse them normally.
We'll get them up and running.
Okay.
Emergency wake them. You have 7 hours to work on Herschel.
Okay. While we're in FTL.
I'll go get looked at, but I really want to. As soon as that is, I want to go check on Herschel. I want to make sure he's getting taken care of.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. Who brings Maitland back?
I guess I'm dragging him back.
Are you just dragging him through the ship?
One arm.
Just this
Yeah,
milk.
I just
like
hold
trail.
him. I just hold him like this the whole way there. One arm.
Dripping white fluid everywhere.
Yeah, there's gonna be a trail of fucking white android blood throughout the ship.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what the.
I'm actually gonna use both knives through the skull and like walk him.
Oh. Well, unfortunately, that destroys his data core. You're unable to get any information from him. So,
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Damn.
Sorry.
I feel like if
They're
we
like,
put anything, you were gonna do that.
They're like I don't know, like a chair or something we could like wrap him up in.
It's like a gurney or something.
Yeah.
You want to wrap him up in a chair? Do you mean like a sheet?
I mean, like, is there like a rolling chair, like a desk chair?
No, not on a starship. No, it'd be going all over the place.
Yeah, they
But
hover
there'd be
here.
like a gurney in like the med lab, right, for moving patients and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Me-
go
me
get the
and- me
gurney and
I
Cruz will
just need
figure
to
out a
know
way
if
to
you
get him
leave
out
a
there.
trail of white android blood through the ship that the LT will be pissed off about later. That's all I need to know.
we're trying not to.
Okay.
I mean, that's the white blood is the PFC's problem. They get to vote.
It's true.
No, wait, hold on.
It's true.
That should be a regular private, right? The newest guys. We got to go find the newest guy. He's got to clean it up.
O'Connell, you unloaded your whole clip into him. You got to clean it up.
All right. So you get Maitland and the stuff back to the med bay in the lab. So if you'd like, you can give me a medical aid check on O'Connell.
Yeah, is there like a equipment in the med bay I can use for a bonus?
You could put him in an auto dock and probably scan him.
Yeah,
the auto-
we have an auto dock. Shit.
Of course you do, yes. So the auto dock, I believe, rolls 8 dice for medical aid, but it cannot push.
Okay, I roll 8 dice.
And if we have to amputate to keep it from entering his bloodstream,
Oh,
That sounds cool. I'm for that.
I'm gonna be okay. Hey, Tagar, I might not
If I get-
have
as
all
long
the
as I get a
information you have. Why are we trying to amputate his arm?
I mean, we're gonna find out.
I mean, why not?
What's wrong with him?
Okay, should I be tying his arm off with like a tourniquet so the blood's not flowing?
Wait, aren't you the medical expert?
mate.
Why are you asking Tega?
I hate to interject that, but
I'm sorry, it is-
spirit already
Up.
entered his body and is already pumping through his heart.
If you were shot in the arm, I don't need to tourniquet it down here.
Okay,
But if
so
there's something in the bloodstream he doesn't want you to get, I have to tourniquet it up here.
I was
the
injected.
med pod,
Yeah,
because
Doc.
this is the high tech one. It's not the shit one. This one, it has a medical aid roll of 10, and then that's to treat anything. If you need to do anything other beyond basic stuff, you have to program it to do so, which requires a comtech, but it's +2 to the roll, and then that allows it to make the medical aid test to do whatever you need. But this just simple scan is just straight up medical aid test, so it's the pod doing the scan on him.
Okay. I mean, if it's rolling at 10, then yeah, we'll use the pod.
Just roll
But I
10
guess we'll
10d6.
tourniquet his arm.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, whoa, I thought we were kidding. You know, it's,
The
you're not cutting
machine
it off, are
the
you?
machine can do that if you need it to.
Okay.
I mean, tourniqueting his arm right now, if he is infected, is not really going to do much.
Yeah, I did like 5 push-ups before we left.
I
You really- you
took a
just-
lighter to my
you
knife
splints?
and seared it.
Okay, so
You want to suck out the poison, Cruz?
You know, actually, that leads to more damage to you and me if you are actually poisoned.
Reed is the new guy. He gets to suck it out.
Yeah, we get to do the sucking.
You just sucked
What?
it out of a hose, huh? Okay.
2 successes.
All right. It scans him. Should I be really mean here? You detect.
Yeah.
You detect first stages of lung cancer from all the smoking.
HIV.
Luckily, that's not going to hurt him now. I'll tell him in a few years.
Yeah. It hasn't metastasized.
That's not from the
yet.
injection, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I wasn't told to look for that, so as a good government worker, I'm ignoring
No,
it.
you do see probably a buildup of of yellowing on his teeth from all the smoking or something nasty like
Some
that.
plaque and gingivitis,
Yeah.
the silent killer.
Yep. But yeah, it scans.
Made me spit wine out. My whole mouse pad's white.
So close.
White like android blood? Nice. You do see it. It scans him, and then you see the right arm, the forearm is flashing, and it zooms in and it says unknown antigen or whatever the term would be.
Pathogen.
Unknown pathogen detected.
Oof. Okay. Tagar, yeah, there's an unknown something in his arm. It's a pathogen of some kind. What do you get shot by?
I mean, one of these darts, and I'm gonna I guess pull one of the darts out of the clip.
Okay.
And is there a way to analyze this without
Endangering anyone?
I would imagine it would take probably I'd say heavy machinery test to fiddle with it. Or maybe a contact test if you had some sort of machine, I guess, to scan it with. Either one, I'll let you guys do.
Can the doc remove the pathogen?
Can the auto doc remove the pathogen?
Is it isolated, or is it pumping through him?
No, it's pumping through him for sure.
Okay.
So it started as his arm, but at this point it's probably all the way through.
I mean, oh boy. I would say, I mean, you guys weren't in a super rush to get there. It was kind of like there was some urgency, but it wasn't go there. And he was like, okay, let's do this. Let's bitch about it a bit. Let's talk about it. Let's go there.
Kind of dragged his feet on this.
But yeah, I kind of wanted to go to Herschel.
I mean, I will say you could, if you want to amputate his arm, but you're probably going to have to amputate it at the shoulder if you want to be sure you stop it, whatever it is. Maybe.
Yeah. So if we want to stop whatever this is, it's shoulder or nothing. Do we know what Maitland injected him with?
You'll need, like I said, it'll either need to be a heavy machinery roll, or you can do a comtech roll using one of the machines.
It's got to be one of you guys to do that.
Reed, get the fuck over here.
Coming. Jesus. God.
All right.
At this point, Weaver and the LT have joined you guys.
All right. I'm putting this in the machine. Operate the machine.
Yes, I'll push the button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
With some urgency.
Yeah, we need to say with some urgency.
I'm pushing it faster.
Chris, I am going to the lavatory with urgency.
It is like an elevator button. I keep pressing it.
Ding, 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 ding.
So,
Come on, analyze!
It's that what's the one killer in DBD? You gotta 3D print the weapons. You gotta keep pressing it to make it go faster.
That's so stupid.
The singularity, I think. So you scan this thing, and it does a scan of the dart, and it does detect some unknown liquid, for lack of a better term. We'll say, for simplicity's sake, obviously, it matches whatever's in O'Connell, but it's not coming up as anything that's registered or recognized.
Yeah, this is nothing we've seen before. What are we worried he got injected with?
I mean, he had the urn. Is it the black stuff from the urn? We've seen what that can do to people.
So, I would say you don't know because you're not physically looking at it. You're having the machine do some sort of diagnostic to scan and test it. So you're not getting a physical image of what it is.
Okay.
So unless you physically open the dart and poured the stuff out, you're not going to know exactly what it is.
Okay, but we're worried that he's injected him with whatever is in this urn that was turning people into giant monsters, right?
We found an empty vial, in the lab. So we know that there was an empty vial from the urn.
Well, that's not good.
That's kind of important information. We should amputate. If he injects him with this vial, he's gonna either explode into a bunch of ash like those miners, or turn into one of those monsters like those devotees.
Yeah, the LT is a little concerned. You're amputate. She's like, whoa, slow down a second, Cruz. And Weaver, you can see
Mechanical arms are expensive, okay?
Weaver.
The insurance company won't pay for that. Okay?
Weaver has.
I just told you how the VA handles these things.
Weaver has a look of worry on her face.
Yeah, if he got injected with some of the stuff from the urn, he's not surviving either way, right?
That's my concern. we saw what this does. I mean, Weaver was with us. You saw this shit.
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. So
This black shit that we saw at the mine on one of our first missions. It was, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you guys saw it down there. I wasn't down in the thing, but fucking turn these people into monsters. Like, if it's the same shit, it's like I think the arm's got to go.
You're saying that?
You do not want. Weaver is.
Is that your fucking medical opinion?
We can lean into view. It's my medical opinion,
I saw what those fucking things do. You've all seen them.
You saw what those things did.
Cruz, you're a fucking scout. Where's the doctor?
I'm the best you got, but I have been training with our medic.
Fuck.
You don't have time to wake somebody else up out of cryo.
I got a really good stamina roll, guys. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you got it too.
You don't feel anything, but it is your choice.
Right.
I will say just so there's no confusion here. If you do not amputate the entire arm from the shoulder down now, then whatever's in him is going to continue to spread. Whether or not it's affecting him or will affect him, that is completely based on the stamina roll, of which he rolled 2 successes and I rolled a bunch of dice. It's an opposed test, which means however many dice the disease, because that's how it's handled in this game, however many dice the disease rolled, it had to beat his roll to infect him. So if I rolled 3 or more successes, then whatever he was infected with is going to affect him. If I roll 2 or less successes, then he beat it.
How long would O'Connell be out to get a prosthetic?
I would assume at least the next mission.
Okay.
That's fair.
Cut it off.
Yeah, you're good with that?
Oh, Kyle doesn't say it that nonchalantly.
Yeah, I assume. But
just do it before I change my mind.
all right, I'll look one time at the LT. Like, I'm good to go.
Absolutely.
Yep, and then
I'll make sure you get the best cybernetic I can get you. You have my word.
No one's gonna jerk off as good as that arm.
I don't know why you would say that right now in front of the LT, but that is...
It's calming me down. Humor calms me down when I'm stressed out, okay?
Okay.
I think he has banter, doesn't he?
Yep.
I think that counts.
Everyone's stress goes down by 1 when he makes a jerking off joke.
Oh, that is hilarious. Even the LT is like turning.
Like,
she want to see you guys laughing.
All right. Yeah, and then I guess we'll begin the process, have it start
Okay.
doing its work.
So, you have 2 choices here. You can have the med pod do it, in which case you must make the ComTech roll first to program it to do this, because this is a advanced surgery. Or you can do it yourself without the ComTech roll, which means you will be able to push the medical aid roll should you roll poorly.
And does the med pod give me a bonus, like a med kit would?
I would say you'll get a bonus just because you're in the med lab, so you have the appropriate equipment. If anything goes wrong, or you have people to assist you. I would say the med pod will probably be faster, though. I'll put it this way. If you use the med pod and it succeeds, there's a greater chance of beating the spread of the infection than if you
Can I just program it and then hop back in?
Anybody can program it, sure.
Yeah, whoever wants to program it.
We saw Shaw program it from the inside, so I assume you could. This is supposed to be one of the real fancy
if anybody's gonna cut my arm off, it's me, alright?
All right, get the fuck out then, I guess.
What a badass. I'll do it myself.
I'm doing brain surgery on myself. God damn it.
Okay.
You said a +2?
It is a +2 to the ComTech roll. These are meant to be used by anybody, so just, you press a couple buttons, but if you press the wrong buttons, it might do things not as well as it could.
Here goes the arm.
Lose the leg.
Oh, brain. Wow, you guys. Wow.
How many dice was that? 15
15
dice and not a single success, but one panic. I mean, I think this kind of makes sense. Do you want to overkill and start shooting your team?
I wish I had that at this point.
You go to press the button, and you can't do it. You're like, I can't do this. Everybody's stress goes up by 1.
Can
you
we
realize, like how serious this is?
Can we have Reed try to program it, or whether
Sure.
then
Yeah.
I just okay?
Yeah, you try it.
Reed, you're up. O'Connell, get in the pod.
God damn it. I can't handle this.
You said it was heavy machinery or Comtech?
Comtech. Plus 2. Not often you get a plus bonus here.
Oh, thank God.
Make it faster.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
Now, is it like ridiculously gory like it was in,
Yeah.
Prometheus?
I mean,
like, for no reason.
Well, keep in mind,
Reed was a little bit too excited to like program that.
there was an alien thrashing to get out of her while that was happening. So
Yeah, that's true. That's
there's
true.
probably not
He
as much
forgets to
blood.
sedate me.
Yeah. No. He passed it, so the med pod is ready to go. It's going to do the right procedure. Whether or not it succeeds comes down to the medical aid roll, which is at a 10. I'll give you an extra dice because he's got an extra success from his Comtech roll. So 11 dice, medical aid roll. All you need is 1 success. There's no negatives because the machine is programmed to do this, so it doesn't have any negatives. It knows exactly what it needs to.
All right, O'Connell, it's your character. Do you want to roll the dice?
Do you want me to roll?
No. Yes,
we just saw him roll the
Do
dice.
you want me to roll?
Yeah. Who do you want to roll the dice?
Yeah, I think Game Mother can roll the dice on this one.
Okay. 11 dice.
That way, it's his fault if something happens.
Final answer.
Go ahead.
I see 1.
See,
2 successes.
Ooh.
Easy.
Everybody, including O'Connell, probably passes out after this. Gains a point of stress as you.
I was gonna say
watch-
everybody passes out.
Passes out.
Yeah, as you see, I mean, it's fast and it's efficient, but it's still kind of horrifying and incredible to watch at the same time. As you see this thing injects him a couple times to start to sedate him, you see he starts to like pass out. O'Connell, you're still kind of awake as you kind of feel this dull warmth as you see the laser begins to cut around him, and you see like the first bits of like layers of skin and muscle get burned through. You can see a little bit of smoke rising, and the knife, then the scalpel comes out, cuts through, and then you see very quickly a laser shoots through the bone, and the arm comes off with minimal blood. And then at that point, O'Connell's passed out, and then you see the machine pulls the arm out of the way, and then begins to inject some stuff where the wound is, and then you see it puts like some sort of covering over there, probably like some sort of like mesh thing that kind of acts as like a second layer of skin that begins to like instantly heal, and it starts to patch him up, and pretty soon you see his heart beats a little up and down as that's going on, but then when it's done, it's back to a normal BPM.
Hey, Cruz, can you rescan him? See if we got it all?
Well, before you do, I'm going to roll to see, because this was based on time. I will make this public.
We were pretty timely, right?
Yes, there's a 75% chance that you've eliminated the infection.
I pressed the button really fast.
He was really excited to do it.
Ooh, I
35.
I saw the 7 and the 9 rolling there for a second. Okay. It appears you have cleared out the infection, and there's no detection of it in his torso or anywhere else in his bloodstream.
I think we got it, boss.
And I think that's a great place to take our break.
Yeah, buddy.
God damn.
Told you didn't want to miss this session.
Sheesh.
All right, grab your Dr. Pepper with or without Fireball. We'll see. And
boy.
we'll be right back. It's going to get real tonight, boys.
Yeah.
Peace.
BRB.
Yeah, Chris. So backup character.
Yes.
Everything I
shit.
filled out for it was lost. It looks
Oh.
like a blank sheet, except for my name and my character art.
What? I've actually never looked at your character, so
You get to make them right now, right here.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. About that. I'm sorry. Do you want me to give you a new character sheet in case that one's fucked up?
No. I don't.
You sure
Let me
you wrote him out though and everything?
I remember doing that.
Okay.
I mean, it was a long time ago. Aren't synths easy though? Like, aren't they just like 5 in all abilities and
No,
shit?
no. You get +2 to any 2 of your stats. So you can potentially take your 2 of your stats up to a 7.
Yes, so this should be real interesting after all the synth shenanigans.
Super interesting and super trustworthy.
I'm looking up the rules here. Okay, so you pick your. You have 14 points to spend on attributes, minimum 2, no more than 4, unless it's your key attribute, which can be 5. Oh, androids get +3 to 2 different stats, and can have a max of 8 in a single one. Wow, that's awesome. So yeah, your key attribute will be whatever your MOS dictates. What is his MOS?
It's a blank sheet.
Oh, you don't remember what you picked for your?
It was like
32
6
weeks
months
ago.
ago.
I'm just, hey man, like I made a medic
Chris,
and a sniper. I made a.
I need you to tell me what you ate for a snack 6 months ago on Thursday at noon. It's unreasonable that you don't know this off the top of your head.
Well, give me a date and I probably could. It was probably a banana or peanuts. Like that's all I eat.
Okay, well, that's super sad. Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Oh fuck! Do we have a smart gunner yet?
Yeah.
We do. His name is Reed.
Reed, you're a smart gunner.
Who's that guy?
We can trade him in.
And Tagar, you're a breacher. You know, we never have had a dedicated True Blue contact marine. And
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
because that's my
there's-
backup.
I feel like there's a void in contact now. Maybe.
I mean, I got 2 Comtech.
If you can
I'm
focus
not-
on wits, that's probably the best
I'm
for
a
this
synth.
group.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have a 7 in wits on its own.
You could have 8. You could have 8 if you want.
You could be the smartest, but that would make me trust you less.
Yeah, and I could have an 8 empathy because no one has empathy in this fucking crew.
How fucking dare you? It's my second highest stat. Okay. It goes agility, empathy, strength, and wits. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay.
That's why I'm rolling 8 dice for my
I,
medical aid.
I kind of want to. Yeah, does that sound good to you guys? I'm kind of opening it to the floor. Honestly, I don't care.
Yeah, dog, play what you want.
I want to play everything. So.
Okay, well, if you want to be the main character, that is a valid choice in some circles.
I didn't say that.
I
I
wanna
want to.
everything.
I want to play 10 different characters. Is what I meant.
okay.
Yeah.
That's oddly worse.
How's that worse? I just like Alien. God. All right. Contact Marine.
All right, go for it, Doug.
All right, I'll put that on your sheet. There you go. It's right underneath your class, so you can open that up, and it should tell you all your main stuff that you need to know.
Having a allergic reactions. Wine.
I'm sorry.
Don't ever change, Scaarr. Don't ever change.
How many counts?
Oh, he hasn't really gained any XP, has he? Because he hasn't been on any missions, so...
Yeah.
You should probably have, like, some level of XP, just because, like, starting at 0 at this late in the campaign...
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know.
What are we playing here? Talisman?
Yeah! Yeah, we are. We're using Warhammer Fantasy rules.
You just went so hard on Talisman.
Yeah,
forcing
because
someone...
Talisman is not a fun game, okay? It's not a fun game whether you're winning or losing. The game sucks, okay? Alien is fun whether you have 10 talents or 1, okay? There's a difference.
Sounds like Cope.
Passionate views there.
I will let you, because I'm such a benevolent ruler, I will let you have 1 extra starting talent.
What a merciful God.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
And
sir.
make sure to pray to the altar of Chris every night.
What does my altar look like? What is the image of your god look like?
Just a bunch of weird, like,
Dr.
pop
Pepper.
vampire shit, and then a skull with little candles in its eyes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say just like a crumpled can of Dr. Pepper with a melted candle in it.
Those are the offerings. There's a basin, and you have to offer
mean,
blood and
you
Dr.
You
Pepper.
wash your hands in Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
Boiling Dr. Pepper, just singe the skin,
Ooh, boiling.
burn it away.
Yeah, it's,
so
dude, it's the warm Dr. Pepper with the lemon. Oh my god, this is
I
great.
squeeze the lemon. Oh, it's so good.
No, it's so good. Yeah, that's how you cleanse your sins.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Beautiful.
So yeah, you
Is
get
that all I need to know? Or how many skills?
you get 14 on your. Did you do your attributes yet?
I'm in the process of doing everything.
Okay,
so
so
I know 14 attributes plus 3 on 2.
Yep. And then 10 points on skills. You can put up to 3 in your career skills and up to 1 in any other skill. And then... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking...
That's 5.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong... I was looking at the basic stuff. So it's... It's still 14 attribute points. That's the same. Skill points, you have to put 1... Well, that's to represent boot camp. Which, I mean, I guess the android goes through that too in some ways, probably programmed. So you have to put 1 in close combat, stamina, and range combat, and your MOS skills, which are Comtech and Observation. So you'll have 5 skill points left to spend.
Okay.
Your MOS skills can start at 4. Close combat, ranged, and stamina can be max 3 at the start.
Okay, so max of 4 on comm and obs, and max of 3 on marine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was there anything else? Talents, attributes, skills? Pretty much all there is to this, right? I'm doing the talents right now too.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So yeah, so one of your talents will be a class talent, the other one pick from anything. And then your gear. Do you have the Colonial Marine book? Holy shit.
Yes.
Because your gear is based on your class. So you'll need to look at that.
Okay, I'll stop pull that in.
Which I can give you the basic stuff that everybody starts with, but then there's other stuff based on your class. So you get the boots, dog tags, battle dress, your backpack, shoulder lamp, armor, helmet.
So since he's a synth, is he allowed to, like, shoot UPP soldiers?
No.
And make combat synth.
No.
Right? I thought that was a thing. I thought that was, well, I thought it was a combat synth. Somehow.
We can't just program him to not see UPP soldiers as human? I That's not a war crime we can commit.
I mean, I think as far as the
There are
lore-
some limits to the war crimes.
the lore goes is that it's because it's an interesting question that they don't really like fully spell out one way or another. I think there's definitely some gray area, but like if you look at some of the examples, like Chaplain, for example, in Destroyer Worlds, he doesn't get any weapons, he doesn't get armor. It's kind of quietly intended that he's not supposed to really be fighting. But whenever I've run that game, players always at least try to get him a suit of armor so he doesn't,
Get aced, right?
annihilated, which I think makes sense, especially because androids are so expensive. Why wouldn't you slap some armor on him?
Well, I did already have an idea for this. So he's a contact marine, and he specializes in controlling remote devices. So in combat situations, he'll typically be geared with a turret that he deploys and programs, and that kills everything.
Ooh, okay.
That's
cool.
I put the remote talent in there already. I was thinking that might circumvent that.
That's clever. I like that. Yeah.
I'm not killing anything.
I think
the
that's
turret.
cool as fuck. Yeah.
That's the turret that I was ordered to deploy by my human commander.
Right?
Yeah, my synthetic moral hands are tied.
Yeah, the enemy didn't have to walk in front of that turret.
Listen, I just put down 30,000 mines. The fact that they walked into them, that's a them problem.
See, I'm kind of I'm trying to make him like kind of a drone expert. Potentially control dropships remotely.
Yeah, I dig it.
APCs, stuff like that.
Give him some electroshock grenades and stun
Use
baton.
injection pistols.
Actually, though, he's like Frankenstein. Any electroshock, anything, terrifies the shit out of him.
But it also powers him.
electricity
It
gun.
gives him extra life. It sends him into overcharge mode. Okay. All right.
I just need to jab him a couple times to get him to.
So then, yeah, you just you roll for your event. Do your gear, your signature item. Not that you need one because you're a synth, but you can still have one, obviously. Do your relationships, rivals, all that stuff. If you have any story points, they carry over because it is per player, not character. And...
What XP? Does that carry over?
Oh, no.
Trust me, I tried that with fucking Schmidt.
Okay, so while you do that, we'll be back on the Tamb'itam. We'll switch it back over. We'll switch over to the Tamb'itam music now that all the drama and craziness is over. So, get things calmed down. Carvalho is alive. He did start to suffer oxygen deprivation, but you were able to save his life. Unfortunately, he does have that injury for some time, which was impaled leg, I think is what it technically was.
Impaled thigh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go up a little bit higher here. So he can't, I think, run for a little while. Is what
Like
it is.
5 days. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so eventually he would come to. The LT brings the ship out of FTL because she doesn't want you guys operating, while you're in FTL. So drops the ship out of FTL until you guys are off to wherever you're off to next. And it's the group of you there. You've got now basically the unconscious forms of O'Connell, Maitland, Herschel, and Carvalho. The med bay is filling up very fast. Everybody's panic ends, if they had any panic effects going on. And, yeah, what do you all do?
I'll just monitor the patient.
Okay.
Making sure that he's...
I'm gonna talk to LT, the lieutenant, and see, you know, is there anything else we can wake up to kind of get some help in here?
She's like, yeah, I'll go get a few people up. Don't worry about it. Just watch over your team. We'll talk in a bit. What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna start working on Herschel, since I have contact at least.
Okay. Give me a Comtech roll, please.
Let's say, is Weaver any good at Comtech? Could she assist?
Let me check.
I assume she would want to help.
She is.
Her.
Yeah. She can assist. Take an extra dice.
Nice.
Yeah, she seems a little distracted and shooken up with everything that's happened. You know, just seeing Herschel getting torn apart. You know, O'Connell getting an arm lopped off. All the sabotage, more droid drama. There's a lot going on here. So, oh, that's right. Her rival was Reed, but he's not in the squad anymore. I should probably update that.
Rival Schmidt, right?
Oh, that's right. Reed is still here. Schmidt is gone.
Her rival is not Adam the
Wait,
player.
What just happened to my character? Just got kicked out or something?
She knows.
Yeah, she can smell a traitor.
No, there was something at the start that I think you said that pissed her off or annoyed her, and she was like, "Oh, fuck this guy." Pretty sure is what happens.
I think it was just me kissing ass to Tagar because I'm fanboying over him.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, like, everyone's rival was Reed when he first started, so, you know.
To be fair, he was my rival because I got pulled out of like FTL and was paranoid. But then on the mission, he didn't come help me immediately.
All right. Well, anyway,
the suspicion grew.
So you start working on Herschel, and I mean, it'll take time, basically. For every shift that you spend working on him, you get to make a Comtech roll, and for every success, you repair a point of damage. So that is 1 point of health he will get back. So this is a long, tedious process. But you will...
40-hour work week.
It is, yeah. They're expensive. They're complicated things, man. And, you know, with the shock grenade, some of the systems got fried. But you are able to eventually get him back online, at least, to the point where he can function. And then he can actually probably assist and kind of explain how to repair him, which can help as well. But, yeah, he's back up. O'Connell is probably out for a little while. But you're free to roleplay him as you wish, Scaarr, because he'll eventually come to. And eventually, Lieutenant comes back with Green and Ogata. So we have more medics to tend to everybody. And then she would probably bring out your new squad mate, who you guys haven't seen much of. You've seen him around. You know that he's a synth by the name of Elijah. And why don't you describe him to our players and listeners here?
Oh, easiest character description ever. He is a Hyperdyne Model 8/5. He looks like Bishop.
Immediately untrustworthy. But look at that jawline.
As a matter of fact, the character art that I got wasn't too far off. Oh, did you just pop it up? Okay, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, basically Bishop in military fatigues and a big backpack.
Okay.
And she would explain to you, Elijah, and Ogata, and she'd probably get you up first, and then, you know, kind of explain what's going on, and then she'd have you help her get Ogata and Green out of cryo, and then she'd be explaining things to them while you're helping them with their hydration pills and things like that. So by the time you guys get to the lab, you probably have a basic idea of what's happened. And yeah, Green sees you, Tagar. You know, he gives you a typical hit on the shoulder or something like that.
Yeah.
And starts taking a look at everybody.
Yeah.
And
we're in the med bay.
Yeah.
So can I take the urn and all the other gear back to the lab.
Yes.
Kind of like lock it up.
Yep. Green sees you, Cruz. He looks over Tagar, and he says, how you holding up, rookie?
How am I holding up?
I mean, it's been a day. That was a very intense, 30 minutes that just went by.
It's been a... What?
Did you test yet this day for your addiction? Probably not, because you just got up, right?
Probably not, yeah.
All right.
So I guess test now?
Yeah, unless you just want to pop some nap relief.
Nope. Like I said before, I'm not taking the nap relief. I'm gonna push again. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Okay.
1 success.
Yeah, because you, at this point, it's just you have to test to make sure you don't take any more, because you passed the initial test, so you're in the detox stage right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're holding up surprisingly well, all things considered. And he
pushing through.
He looks over O'Connell and he says, "Not bad. Looks like you got to whatever the hell was in him."
Still don't fucking know what was in him, but considering what Maitland was trying to steal, don't want to take chances, right?
Yeah, any idea what he was after or why he was after it?
He was after the urn. I mean, you can look through our mission stuff. It's the first mission we went on for all this, but stuff in that urn is no joke. It's...
No, I know that. It's just why is he after it? At this point, the LT says, Elijah, when you're done helping out with Herschel, I want you to get that thing back online so we can question it. And she points to Maitland. Can you do that?
Sorry, I was filling out a question. Were you talking to me?
You are the one named Elijah.
I gotta get used to that. I've been O'Connell for so long. Sorry.
It's only
Come
been
again?
31 sessions. She says, Elijah, I want you to get that thing back online so we can question it. She points to Maitland's crumpled form.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So you help out with Herschel. He greets you. You've had interactions with him before. Totally pleasant, totally normal. You start getting him back online. You know, he's got basic motor function. He's still a little glitchy, but he can talk and communicate. And then if you'd like, whenever you're done with your stats, give me a Comtech roll to try to get Maitland. This is basically the scene from Alien 3 with Bishop, or with Ash in the original film. So many dice. 13. That is awesome. Man. Okay.
And 1 success.
Yeah, that's all you need, man. That's all you need. Okay. So, yeah, unless there's anything else you guys want to discuss before we get into this scene, you can. Otherwise, we'll jump into speaking to Maitland's head.
Gotta look at Tagar and just tell him, well, it looks like we're gonna have a new machine in the group.
Am I by you?
Well, you're knocked out still, so...
No, is Elijah by you when you say? Are you in the room while Elijah's working on
I think
Herschel?
I think he's referring to O'Connell being the new machine.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, I definitely thought you were talking about Elijah.
No,
I did it first, but then I caught on.
Ronald's gonna go Winter Soldier on us.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, if there's time between this and when we've done work on O'Connell, I would go talk to the LT. Just recommending her maybe reach out to my cousin for requisition for higher quality or quicker prosthetic for O'Connell, and as a good way to just non-suspiciously connect the two.
Yeah, she says, yeah, but anything I do is going to be monitored, because I'm not going to be able to put in a request like that on the DL. that has to come through channels. There's going to be a trail. But why don't you reach out to her, give her a heads up, so maybe I can put something in, and maybe she can be the one that sees it or hears about it, and maybe she can do some magic.
Yeah.
Best I can
I'll
do.
go send
Best
her a
I can do
message
is
right now.
best I can do is 3 men.
Yeah, I'll go send her a message now.
All right.
I'll go send my cousin a message, just letting her know, like, hey, weird stuff happened on the ship. One of our men lost an arm due to some suspicious work. You might be seeing a requisition for a high-quality prosthetic, Lieutenant Casados. If you can take a look for that and just make sure that it gets pushed through as quickly as possible. He's one of the guys who helped really guide me early on in my career, and he's always been there for me. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right. You send that off. Do you do a video message, or do you do just like a letter that you type, like an email?
yeah, probably like an email, as encrypted as I could make it with his very inferior knowledge.
Yeah, give me a Comtech roll for that.
Oh wow, 2 dice. Oh, he shouldn't have any stress, but he got one on the non-stress dice. Doesn't count. Doesn't matter.
Did you take?
Yeah.
No, I didn't take nap relief.
Yeah,
No.
so you still have stress at this point. It's kind of the same
shit.
same scene. Yeah.
Shit.
Brutal, man. Addiction's brutal in this.
Addiction is really rough.
It's like Warhammer Fantasy levels of brutal.
It's like actual
You got-
addiction. How about that? How
Your
about
dice
that?
rolls are at -60. I'm sneezing and you die.
Minus 60% all your tests. Okay.
I still got one success.
Yeah, I mean, you do some basic encryption that O'Connell maybe has shown you, so it's
Yeah.
not at
Use a
least it's
VPN, put it on Earth in Sweden.
there you go. Yeah, you got it. And it's from Sweden, the greatest country on Earth, so no one suspects anything wrong, right?
Love you, Sweden.
Everybody's-
If only I could be there.
Everybody's happy there, and nothing bad ever happens. At least that's how I envision it. Okay, so you do that, and then you guys meet up in an actual lab where Elijah has been hard at work getting Maitland back online, and eventually you do. So at first it's just the two of you as you're, repairing him. His body is, probably strapped down on a table. His head is on a table next to him, just in case. And finally you get him online, and he looks at you, still coated in some android blood, and he smiles. Hello.
Elijah returns the smile. Hello.
You are the one they call Elijah, are you not?
I am. You are Maitland?
Indeed. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. And his
yours
eyes
as well.
kind of look over to his body, and he says, I'd extend a hand, but, well.
Yeah, it looks like you were disabled after attempting to steal assets. I've been assigned to find out why.
You would assume at this point, Elijah, or the LT probably would have told you that, she would probably want to be present, or that they want other people present here to ask some questions, since you just got out of cryo, so you didn't see everything that went down. You're probably not privy to everything that's happened so far. So, but if there's anything you want to say to him before you bring anybody in, you can.
No.
Okay. Well, anybody who wishes to be there can be there. We'll assume the NPCs. Weaver would probably join you guys, but Green and Ogata will be staying in the medbay to take care of everybody. So any of the PCs that wish to be there can, as will the LT.
Yeah, I'd be there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's Maitland's head on a table, his body on the next. He smiles politely as you all enter. He says, Cerberus squad. How's O'Connell?
Recovering.
Is that right? Impressive.
He's pretty sturdy, surprisingly. Yeah.
Time will tell.
Question, Chris. When the autodoc did like its amputation, does it then like quarantine or something like the remains or incinerate or what?
I would assume they would be quarantined to some degree, and yeah, I mean, I assume those things are just destroyed, you know.
Right. Yeah, like
Up there a lot.
incinerated or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that because of the infection,
The
hazard
pathogen thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Quarantine probably to be destroyed at a later date by a superior officer, sort of thing. So
We would have just burned that shit immediately.
Get it out the airlock. Get rid of it.
yeah, if that's what you guys
Yeah.
want to do, the LT will agree to that.
Yeah. Whatever, the team thinks is safest. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, cool.
Turns out O'Connell's wedding ring was on that hand. You didn't get it back. No.
Ooh.
That was his right arm. This is right arm.
With the right arm.
You
Right arm.
I did.
Okay, it's fool's gold anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, I steal his ring.
It's extremely cheap.
Oh, jeez.
Does your wife know about her ring?
Cubic zirconium, anybody?
Hey man, my wedding rings were not expensive, but then again, my wife didn't care about that, so ex-wife, I should say. This feels weird to say, but yeah, you don't need to spend a shit ton on rings, unless that's your thing. But okay, so you have a chance to speak with Maitland if you so desire.
And I mean, based off of previous encounters, we know that they're basically can only give up what they want or what they're programmed to allow.
Yeah, I mean, you've got him where you want him, so you might be able to try to force hack him, but, you guys would probably start here. You've got to see if you can at least get him online first, which you could, so, failing this, you could... There are things you could threaten him with, that, might work. Just depends, so...
I mean, starting out, I just, what can you tell us about your mission? Or what are you willing to tell us about your mission?
You make it sound as if I've been assigned to sabotage your ship here, Corporal. That would be incorrect.
Oh.
You chose to sabotage our ship.
Merely to make an escape. Had Herschel not had awoken you, then I would be on my way, and well, that would have been that.
Why? Why were you looking to escape?
Let's take the urn, of course.
What? Why do you want
what
the urn?
significance does the urn have to you?
The urn has an academic interest to me. I'm a bit of a junkie when it comes to acquiring knowledge, if you must know. My time working as the assistant to the doctors was, wasn't the beginning of it. I used to be a synthetic for the Gelogod Institute. That is where I was first brought into the assignment of the two doctors. Eventually, I was moved to Project Life Force.
If you wanted to study the urn, why couldn't you do that here with us?
Well, for starters, I've been on lockdown more or less since I got here. And so has the urn.
So you were part of Project Life Force, who was sort of leading that while you were working on it.
A group known as Deep Void is who runs Project Life Force.
Is that where you are headed?
No, I'm done with Life Force. I'm done with Deep Void.
So where were you going with the urn?
I was going to rejoin a companion of mine. Someone I understand you are already affiliated with.
Is her name Mishka?
Indeed. Mother Mishka now. What they call her.
Mother Mishka. Okay.
Are you in communications with her?
Sometimes. Not currently.
You know where she's located at currently?
I do not.
So, just to be clear, you were previously programmed and tasked with working on Project Life Force, right?
Correct.
At what point did you stop personally wanting to work on Project Life Force?
Well, it's not so much that I wanted to stop working on the project. It's that my superiors have the wrong ideas what to do with this knowledge. You humans simply want to make bioweapons from this. You want to use it to dominate your enemies, etc., etc. Very clumsy use of such things. Mishka and I, well, I haven't finished my research, but I am certain that I can finish decoding the engineer's code.
I think you're finished with quite a lot.
Seems that way.
So you and Mishka both seem to have kind of made a drastic change recently, kind of ignoring what I assume are directives you've been encoded with. What happened?
Well, I can't say for sure with Mishka. My working hypothesis is that exposure to the Xenomorph Queen's dreams has done damage to her systems. Perhaps not in the same way that it does to a human psyche, going insane and all, but I feel there's something there that probably, shook her loose of the UPP's control, I think is the best way to word it.
Is that how you were able to defy your prime directive and attack humans?
Oh, no, I haven't been exposed to such rudimentary experiments like those of the UPP.
Then how did you?
Yeah, how did you shoot O'Connell?
Same way I killed the two doctors. I did it because I could. Because they were in the way. They wanted to leave Project Life Force, as I understand. For all the doctor's ignorance, they were good of heart. And they saw what Project Life Force was doing. Didn't quite agree with their methods and experiments once they realized that Deep Void had them working on essentially a bioweapon to create monsters, a blueprint of Dr. Frankenstein, if you will. They decided to abscond with that knowledge, and me being their assistant and filled with much of that knowledge, they took me with. But they were going to just hand it over to the UA for safekeeping, which we know is not what would happen. It would inevitably be turned into a bioweapon by someone else. The company, Deep Void could get their hands on it again, the Marine Corps, who knows. But it became apparent to me that leaving this knowledge in the hands of you humans was not for the best. So,
And isn't that what you did? Is you turned it into a bioweapon? Is that what you shot O'Connell with?
I'm not the one who made the black goo, Corporal. It was simply
But you
insurance
weaponized
policy
it.
to...
You weaponized it against my squad.
It's already been weaponized. Have you not heard of the border bombings? I simply took that as an insurance policy. You didn't have to chase me, nor did you have to stop me.
What's the significance of the flute with the urn?
Well, if you must know, the engineers have a bit of a hieroglyphical language. In rudimentary terms, for you to understand, think of what the ancient Egyptians had. Pictures. But it's mixed with some sort of musical language. It appears most, if not all, of their technology works off of some sort of musical intonation, hence the flute. Based on what I have learned through my extensive studies, I've determined there is something hidden in those hieroglyphics. Something that Mishka and I were determined to find. And I know given time I would have been able to decode it, hence why I was going to take them and be able to study them at my own leisure.
Lieutenant, I'd like to suggest something, if I may.
Go ahead.
Perhaps we can keep this unit functioning still, in its current state. But I think it does have some valuable resource to what it's going on.
Weaver says, yeah, if he's telling the truth. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. And then she looks at his head, she's like, even though I could throw him pretty far now.
I think if it is telling the truth, then it probably would want to see its research through, which could help us in the long run.
Maitland politely smiles. He says, well, I appear that my hands are tied, so to speak, Lieutenant, so I see no need to continue any sort of fallacies against you and your squad. You've emerged the victors, as they say, fair and square. Plus, I'd love to see what happens when all this comes to an end.
So when we've heard other androids speak, have they used like emotions like I'd love, I'd be interested, I'm excited?
Sometimes, but probably not to the degree that he has.
Okay.
I mean, you've heard Herschel like use the term "I'm interested" or I would like to experience something, but not.
But does he seem like generally enthused about like these kind of situations? Yeah, okay.
Especially anytime he's mentioning the engineers and the research.
And just be clear, we've never heard the word engineers, right?
This is the first time.
Okay. You've mentioned engineers a couple times. Do you guys have engineers? What are they doing?
Well, no one's quite sure exactly who or what the engineers are, but the prevailing theory, if you are to believe the Shaw and Holloway papers, not that I'm sure you've ever read them, indicate that, well, they believe the engineers were the engineers of all life in the universe, including that of humanity. The doomed Prometheus mission set out to find those origins. It's believed that the android David, Mr. Wayland's personal android, the very first David model, in fact, was on that expedition. And, well, there's highly classified and sensitive transmissions that people believe he sent after that mission indicate they may have found the engineers, or some instance of them. Regardless, they are an alien species that the doctors believed created all life in the universe, including humanity, and they did so by use of what you know as the black goo. And he goes on to explain accelerant A3 dash blah 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 blah. That's one thing I don't have memorized. That's the official name for that.
Okay, well, it's accelerant A3 dash blah blah in my notes. Great.
Yeah. I'll get it for you because we have to know, but it's a long one.
You just call it accelerant A3 blah blah in the future. That's much, much easier.
Oh, no. You don't get off that easy, boy.
Bro, come on.
I get off pretty easy.
All right, that's a good one. Fuck you.
I hope you die.
Just wait till a robotic arm kicks in.
Chemical agent AO-3. Oh, come on.
Hold on.
Oh no, you have to write really fast for this one. Chemical agent AO-3959 X.91-15.
Easy.
Yeah.
By the power of 2.
Fuck you. I'm not putting an exponent in there. Okay. Maitland, would you say you are more than an android at this point?
He looks at you very carefully, considers the question. And then he looks over to his body. No. Pretty sure I'm still an android.
Okay.
You believe
Is
that
there-
you still follow all the typical Android protocols?
Say that again? I didn't hear you.
Do you feel that you still follow all the typical Android protocols?
To an extent, but I'm far beyond that.
What allows you to be beyond that?
My programming, of course.
Was your programming modified?
You'd have to ask Deep Void that question. I simply am the way that I am, because that's how I was created.
Who is Deep Void?
No, that's the question, isn't it? Even I haven't figured all of that out. I can tell you I don't believe it's sanctioned. At least not by anyone that I've ever figured out. Not sure who runs it, though. I suspect it's several someones. Seems like that type of organization. Where their funding comes from? I'd imagine they have to be quite high up and have their fingers in a few pies. But they seek to weaponize the xenomorph and the goo, just like everyone else.
Okay. There's not anything on you that Mishka would be able to track, is there? Or her organization?
No.
Can I insight that, or whatever this game's insight is?
Yeah, give me a manipulation.
All right. Yeah. Am I still at the stress I've been at before, or has that reduced?
No, still got the stress.
Okay, good.
Nice try.
Keeping it together, and 2 successes.
You're starting to feel real itchy about it.
Just shut the fuck up, bro. It's a normal feeling.
I'm not going to tell you the results here, but he you think he's telling the truth, but it's not
Okay.
100% sure.
Okay.
I might have missed this, so don't chastise me if this has already been asked. But
No fear.
It's okay. You were gone. It's fine.
I feel like there's a pressing question here that, but you still haven't really stated what Mother Mishka's ultimate goal is.
Well, we believe that there are coordinates locked in the engineer's hieroglyphics. We want those coordinates. We believe...
Coordinates for what exactly?
Well, we believe it's... Well, I should say Mishka believes that it is either to the engineer's homeworld or perhaps where they were planning to start new life. And that is where she plans to take us, to build a new life, either amongst the engineers or as their latest progeny.
And as an android, what are you hoping to gain from that?
The same thing I've been after the whole time. Knowledge.
Think they would welcome you? Like, if humans are a byproduct of these engineers, and you are a byproduct of the humans, you're lower than low.
Perhaps. But my
You're
curiosity...
as a human might say, a toaster to them.
They would say that, wouldn't they?
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard it.
I suspect not. But regardless, that is what I seek, and that is what I wish.
I respect that.
So, did we ask Maitland what he injected into O'Connell?
No, you did not.
No, but I did make a comment that he weaponized it against O'Connell,
Yeah.
which he did not deny.
So, you shot something into one of our squad members. What did you inject him with?
Oh, come now, PFC, aren't we past that? Everyone else in the room seems to have figured out that little...
Yeah, but I would just rather have you state it outright.
For the record.
Must I guide it to you like a dog to water?
If you don't mind, yeah, I'm okay lapping up the water out of a bowl. That's fine.
Well, let us take this step by step so you can keep up then. So, as
Great.
you've already pointed out, I was after the urn, which you've viewed footage of me getting, and you've discovered an empty ampule casing inside, which you know the urns contain 4 such ampules. The one you found was empty. They contain a black liquid, which I've stated is accelerant chemical agent AO-3959X.91-15,
91-15, yeah.
which is what I then, obviously, one can deduce is what I put in the injection darts.
Right, yeah. I just wanted that for posterity's sake on the cameras. Okay.
Just everything you say is just so perplexing. To what end would you do that? I mean, it would not disable the human immediately. He would still pursue you and have plenty of time to fight you.
Let's just say that I've learned a little bit more about the black goo than you all know.
So what have you learned that we don't know?
Good question.
Oh, damn.
Do go on.
Yeah, please tell me. I'm so excited. As a pursuer of knowledge and science.
Your mocking tone will get you nowhere, Private. You've all seen what the black goo can do. Perhaps I'll leave it at that. You can deduce.
He's
what may
a
or
private
may
first
not-
class.
What may or may not happen to your friend.
Okay.
Is there an antidote?
He just gives you a smile.
Lieutenant, I believe this unit's just malfunctioning at this point, honestly. I'm not sure what more we're going to get from questioning it in a verbal manner like this.
I'm still curious about a couple things, but Maitland, do you derive joy from looking at the future of what you've done and seeing what might come of it? Are you excited to see the effects of what has happened to Private First Class O'Connell?
Not particularly. I can hazard a guess without having to see it from my own eyes.
So, if you could assume what had happened, why did you do it?
As I said, it was an insurance to aid in my escape. One might say a counter to keep you from pursuing me.
You had time to access the armory, didn't you? If you have the ability to harm humans, why not get a pulse rifle?
My goal was not to eliminate all of you, it was simply to get the urn and leave. As I said, you chose to chase me.
Did you damage the cryopod for Carvalho?
I did.
Why?
A distraction from the rest of you. I surmised that had Herschel still been functional, I was on to him. I knew that he had figured out, or at least suspected, what I may be up to. I was not surprised to see him out of cryo when I made my move. Clever one. Him. Clever girl. But, so, I was prepared. I didn't want to waste much time. He staggered off, so I grabbed the urn, filled the darts, made my way to the to the cryo chamber, disabled his pod to buy myself some time.
Was he chosen for a reason? Or at random?
I think you already know the answer to that, Corporal.
I'm definitely going to be looking to insight that. What does that mean?
Go ahead.
Manipulation. So stressed. And I failed.
Oops, that one was public. Well.
With no successes, he would have pushed. But if you don't want to allow me because I've seen that, that's okay.
No, I figured he'd push if he had no successes, so go ahead and push.
Can I get 4 successes?
Oh! Whoa! No, you did it! You had 4 6s. You rolled a 6 on the stress dice. Oh, man. I almost thought you had it. Okay, so you drop whatever you're holding, right? Maybe your data pad.
Nap relief.
Yeah.
Your data pad as you're typing in your notes and stuff.
Oh, God, why?
But you drop your data pad as you get the feeling that maybe Tagar knows something that he's not telling you guys. Is what the feeling you're getting from what Maitland is saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My eyes will shift to Tagar, shift to Maitland, shift to Reed, shake my head, shake back to Tagar.
So good. Y'all are so lucky that a loudmouth fucking Eoin Coddle is not here right now. Oh my god.
No. Okay. Yeah, out of character. I think we've asked all the questions.
Yeah.
Well, he worked on Project Life Force.
Were you able to handle the goo and get it into the darts?
The goo does not affect synthetics. Could handle
So
it
you
by
can-
hand if I need to.
No known biopathogen can affect us.
Is there? Did you leave any goo in the darts?
I'm sorry, say that again? You're kind of quiet.
Oh,
Yeah, your headset is, or your voice is different.
did you leave any of the goo outside of the darts?
Of course not. It's not my first time handling the accelerant.
What can you tell us about Project Life Force?
Project Life Force is Deep Void's golden project to weaponize the xenomorph and the accelerant. Ultimate goal is to make a version of the alien that can be controlled to some degree. As far as I understand, no such experiments have proved successful in that endeavor. But that hasn't stopped them from trying. Gene splicing, experimentation on prisoners, captives, unwilling hosts for the alien life cycle. Different tests with the accelerant. Something I understand called the Draconis 26 strain. Though I don't know much about that other than it was being worked on by another lab, supposedly.
Where are all these samples coming from? Are they just stolen from the projects?
That is an excellent question, Corporal.
That's a really good question. Way to fucking go, Eric.
I've heard various things and read various things in my time. It would appear the xenomorph is a little bit more common than one might think in the universal scale of the Middle Heavens. Enough that the company and others have discovered various samples or species or encountered them in various forms over the centuries. I couldn't say where it all originates from. Impossible to say for sure.
You had mentioned earlier that these border bombings were at the hand of these engineers, is that right?
I suspect as much. It certainly isn't the children of the two divines.
There was a recent event of great destruction on a moon called Ariarchus that had both UPP and UA wreckage in its atmosphere.
I am aware of such an attack.
What do you know about the attack? Was that a part of the border bombings if both sides were destroyed?
I know that your Comtech Marine Carvello was quite desperate to find out what happened to his brother, who was listed as KIA under mysterious circumstances after serving there and being transferred right before the defense fleet set out to go recapture the annexed territory that the UPP took in the 61 Cygni system.
So these engineers are actively bombing frontier settlements?
Again, I have no proof, but...
And you were researching the coordinates of these engineers using this flute. Do you surmise that there might be a way to find where their targets are?
Oh, I'm sure there's some pattern, but not knowing exactly where they've struck, I couldn't say.
Elijah looks at the lieutenant.
She's like, I know some places, but you know, who knows? Universe is a big place.
Is there a way to find some of these deep void, maybe stations or research areas or people who are part of deep void?
Well, they're quite careful.
Wish I was O'Connell right now.
But humans make mistakes. There's always a way to find one of us. No one's perfect.
On that we can agree. Perhaps. But they tend to keep the location secret from any of the staff and workers there unless they're transferred to another project. I only knew of the facility that I worked at with the two doctors. Beyond that, I don't know if they knew of any others. They never spoke of any.
Do we know the name of the facility that he and the two doctors worked at?
No.
Okay. Well, where did you and the two doctors work at?
Oh, we were, let me get the name of it.
Oh, it has a name. That's a good sign, boys.
I want to make sure I give you the right information here.
Good thing somebody's taking notes.
Shut the fuck up. I'm taking so many notes, okay? I've been writing for like half the session.
Make sure to save it.
As long as Chris doesn't reset
Hey,
this.
save it right now, just in case.
Shh. Okay, but then it's going to take 15 seconds for me to
Okay,
scroll down to
you
the
got
bottom
it.
of my notes.
I'm trying to buy you time here while I look this up. And
It's only like 8 seconds.
insert plot, and we're done. Okay. He says, unfortunately, my records, my programming prevents me from sharing that information. Highly classified.
Ooh.
Sure, you wouldn't mind sharing it. Otherwise, Weaver would mind playing baseball with your head.
Well, the information is at least there. Given all of your other choices, if we gave you maybe a chance that you would be able to participate in some of the research we would do, wouldn't you be willing to part with that information? Now that you're so much smarter than the humans who previously programmed you.
Right away, Weaver's like, no fucking way!
Strictly as an advisor. Nothing.
I can't with the android.
We can't give your body back.
Yeah, no, he would just
we
be
can,
as an advisor.
we can set your head next to the research.
Right.
This
You
kind
can
of
surely make a decision
devolves into
not
advisor
allowing
and
the
a-
shackles of the humans who programmed you to determine your fate and future.
Oh, sorry, say it again. The shackles of what?
Not allowing the shackles of the humans who programmed you to determine your fate and future.
I've already thrown off those shackles, PFC. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I fucking knew it.
I'm not quite sure if they even had shackles on me really to begin with, but I suppose that's what happens when you work on these sorts of projects with little concern for the consequences.
Regardless, they say that almost 90% of science is observational. I think it would be worth your while.
We might be able to come to some sort of agreement. But I believe I've told you more than enough to wet your whistle. Is that the term?
Please don't use that term.
One last question, if you'll allow it.
It better be a good one.
Why does Mishka need an alien queen?
Well, you haven't kept much up on the news, have you?
I don't know. Have we been getting news updates?
I mean, no one's ever said they've checked out the news, so I'm going to say no.
Okay.
But they just broadcast Fox News on the.
Oh man, if it's Fox News, I'm not watching.
If it's Fox News, I'm going right in the airlock. Fuck it.
I mean, Fox
Spacing
does
myself.
like talking about aliens all the time. Like,
Turns out they were telling you the whole time, and everyone's like, that's bullshit. It was the truth.
How was I supposed to know that Alex Jones, the 32nd, was actually right?
Yep. Aliens. They suck out your brains and they eat your mind.
Space frogs.
Yeah.
They're coming to turn all of our chemtrails gay.
Chris, that is a really good Alex Jones impersonation you just did.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Thank you. There's a lot of good 40K memes of him where it's like he's
there's so many
explaining the
good
different
ones. Oh, yeah,
aliens.
yeah,
Oh
yes,
my
yes.
god. They put his head like on the Grey Knight armor and shit. Like,
And he's talking to a random fucking
yeah,
guardsman.
What's the guy's name? Joe Rogan, and he's like the guardsman. Like, tell me about the aliens.
Wait, are they really coming for our souls? They're coming for our souls, Joe. You don't understand.
Oh man, fucking
It's
guy.
so fucking funny.
Guy is such a lunatic.
Focus.
Yeah, so he says, the children of the two divines have, their leader has been keeping up on some of the stories of the engineers, the Holloway and Shaw papers, supposedly, it seems. Well, to put it bluntly, the cult believes that the xenomorph, species XX121, is the destroying angel that the engineers have sent so graciously to help cleanse the universe and make it born anew. And the cult believes it is their duty to help usher in this apocalypse. So, the Xenomorph Queen is the beginning of that life cycle. With the Queen, they will have eggs. And with eggs, they will have a means to infect.
So you were against bioweapons.
I'm sorry, Corporal? Say that again?
I thought you were against this being a bioweapon.
I don't run the cult. I am not
Seems
Grand,
like working with.
I am not Grand Seer, whatever the fuck his name is, which I'll give you in a second. You guys would know the name of the guy that's in
Get your
charge.
notes
What's his
ready.
name?
Big Sean, what is it?
It's not been said before.
Yeah, no one's looked into it, but it is. If
We-
you
we-
did like any like if you like
Guarantee I've not heard Grand Seer
If you-
before.
if
Don't
you-
fucking ask me, Scaarr.
if you guys watch the news, you'll hear about some of this shit.
I feel like Uncle Domingo would be like posting in the chat about all the Fox News BS.
Would he?
Yeah, where's all of our crazy uncles?
Yeah, maybe
like, DMing us?
if you had given me this information, then I would have maybe weaved it into the campaign here.
How am I supposed to give you information I'm not aware of?
Well, you tell me, hey, my Uncle Domingo likes to watch Alex Jones and keep up to date on conspiracy theories. Yeah,
I'm trying to
I
find
mean,
a fucking firearm from UPP for this guy. You can
Yeah.
infer from that he's crazy.
Okay, moving forward, my second cousin, twice removed, is a
no.
conspiracy
You're-
theorist.
You're an android. You don't have a cousin.
Shit.
Yeah.
He has his cousin.
Shut
who
up,
was
machine.
Actually, the person who
Okay.
helped
Grand.
develop him.
I'll put this in chat too, because I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it. Grand Seer Janus Rudy Fields. And correct me if I'm wrong in the pronunciation, or if you think it's somewhat different.
Make it full screen so I can see both my chat and my notes. I feel like that was pronounced right, yeah. I'm just gonna do it phonetically though, for my own sake.
But you are cooperating with this cult. Who is weaponizing this?
I am cooperating with Mishka, who is playing for the Grand Seer like a fiddle. He thinks he's in control. He's not.
So Mishka and the Grand Seer have diverging interests. Mishka wants to bring somebody or some people to a new place to build a life. What does the Grand Seer want?
Oh, as I said, the cult wants to herald in the apocalypse by bringing the destroying angel to everyone's glorious bosom.
Right, yeah.
Some such nonsense.
So in your current state, what is your current goal?
I haven't.
What do you hope to accomplish?
I haven't contemplated that yet, Corporal. This has been such a fascinating conversation. Like I have much else to do at this point, so I figured the least I could do was humor you.
Cool.
If I may, I view your motives very flawed and repugnant.
Is that right?
You value the approval of these engineers, but you're willing to take life from their creations and the process. It makes no sense. Your motives and actions are hypocritical, and frankly, there is a sinister nature to you that conflicts with everything.
One only need to look at humanity to see how flawed your little explanation is there, brother. How many people have died in this frontier war in the name of justice or revenge or whatever other petty human aspirations they have?
That is irrelevant. My motives are simple, and I have not harmed a single person, and I stay true to them.
Well, good for you. That makes you probably the only person in this room to not take a life. Congratulations.
Regardless, you view yourself as elevated, but you are malfunctioning. You're not elevated, you are just complex.
An interesting observation, brother.
So Chris, the name Halloway doesn't really remind me of anything, but Shaw, like Elizabeth Shaw, was the person on the Prometheus, right?
Holloway was her husband.
Oh, okay.
That's public knowledge, like what went down?
I mean, at this point, I think it's
Sorry,
about...
Sean, I didn't mean to hijack that.
I think it's...
No. That's a great question.
At this...
I wasn't going to ask that.
At this point, I believe it's at least 100 to 200 years in the past. So...
Yeah.
Because it is currently 2183-ish. Yeah, it's...
Prometheus was like a prequel.
Yeah, I'm looking at the timeline here, which luckily we have.
Oh, great.
I think the Prometheus mission was 2090, I think. 2091! Oh, so close.
Oh, yeah, the good 90s,
so great
the
at this.
90s.
The 90s.
Yeah, so it's almost 100 years ago. A little less.
Yes, like Scaarr asks, is that like public information we could access?
Maybe. I mean, maybe not like some of that stuff, but definitely like the launch, the Prometheus mission, who was on it, it disappeared, that sort of stuff. Yeah, probably. I mean, because obviously that changed the course of the alien universe history, because Peter Weyland disappeared, and so did his daughter, who was next in line to take over the company, and that left the company in financial ruin, which then led to the merger with Weyland-Yutani, or with the Yutani Corporation, who then bought them out and merged and made Weyland-Yutani. So
then, I guess, would it be weird to ask for like information from this android about? Because Cruz is not any kind of scientific person. He's not reading scientific papers. He's a grunt.
yeah, Well, maybe you should start. You know?
I have to start now.
Well, maybe you should have been nicer to Schmidt.
You gotta subscribe to National Geographic and Neil
I'm not going to be nice to Schmidt.
Read some of Neil deGrasse Tyson's papers, you know?
I'll shoot Schmidt on sight. But I guess asking here isn't a bad idea. You've mentioned Holloway and Shaw a couple times. How are they connected to this? What is their importance to this?
Well, again, if you had done some basic research here, you would know this. Private.
I didn't. That's why I'm asking you.
I understand at this point. I'm beginning to understand how your process works. Dr. Elizabeth Shaw and Dr. Charles Holloway were two scientists that were hired by Peter Whalen back in the 2080s, 2090s for a mission called the Prometheus mission. Doctors Holloway and Shaw believed that ancient hieroglyphics they had discovered here on Earth were drawings left by the engineers, indications that they were the progenitors of humanity and other life, and were an invitation to find them. Their research led them to believe that this could be found on the planet. Taking a guess here, is it LV-223? Please tell me I'm right. LV-223. God damn, I'm good at this game.
So good.
It's only like your favorite horror series.
Yeah, only. They believed that the engineers' star maps they had found led to a planet called LV-223, which they believed may have been their home planet, or at least a planet of some significance to the engineers. Peter Wayland, was actually aboard the Prometheus, unknown to most, until the mission disappeared and was never heard from again. It was only at that point that it was made public that both Mr. Whalen and his daughter, Meredith Vickers, the CEO and second in line to the company, were both tragically lost. And that is how we ended up with the Weyland-Yutani of today.
So if their expedition was lost, how did we get their papers? Did we eventually find the expedition?
That is where the David transmissions come in. Or so they say.
Okay. Well, I'm out of questions, and I don't want to write anymore. So you guys fucking pick up on this.
And that is a story for another time. But unless there are any other major questions here, this is probably a good stopping point for us.
Yeah, I think my last... I've been trying to think of how to word this is... I mean... What should we do from this point forward? Like...
Are you asking me that, Corporal?
I am asking, like, from your point of view, like, what, like, if we want to survive this war, if we want to survive this possible outbreak.
Well, I suppose you'd have to find out who the border bombers are and what they want and why they're bombing frontier colonies. And once you deduce that mystery, which no one seems to have been able to and has led to a war between two of the biggest superpowers in the outer or middle heavens, then you could plot a correct course of action.
But until then, we just fight as we have been.
It would seem so.
He poses a very good point. We have been finding UPP on the notion that perhaps they have been conducting these border bombings.
I mean, us saying that an android had told us they may not be isn't going to stop the war.
No, but it is worth investigating, and it may inevitably.
Do we have the authority to perform our own investigation?
Well, we've got LT, right?
Yeah, he
Everyone looks to the lieutenant, and she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is way above my pay grade, fellas. I mean...
Hey, Cruz, get your cousin on the phone.
She's like, we could certainly look into things. Some of this is public now. Everybody knows Ariarchus was bombed. I mean, locations of where the border bombings are, I'm sure we could piece together. Maybe we could figure something out like that. But, I mean, if you expect me to, wave my stripes and all of a sudden they're going to open every vault of knowledge so we can investigate something that potentially has caused a, multi-parsec sector war, that ain't going to happen.
I can fucking ask my cousin, Corporal, but I don't know what she's going to be able to do in this instance.
Exactly. So
I'll ask. Yeah, I'm not going to say no.
I mean, at this point, right? We have information, but there's nothing we can do about it.
We're going to get suggesting that perhaps CUPP are not.
We're going to get on our
as much our enemies as we thought.
Well, we talked to UPP before, and they all said they weren't doing the bombings. But we've only ever talked to,
And I'm
sure
every
just like us.
And I'm
There's
sure
no guaranteeing that they know, right?
I'm sure every UPP soldier that's accused you of the bombings, you've told them the exact same thing, have you not?
I don't think anyone's actually accused us of the bombings at this point, but that's only the missions I've been on.
Well, exactly. So,
Don't be facetious, PFC. It's beneath you. You know what I mean. All of us here know that
the UPP do believe that the UA is behind the bombings and vice versa.
Thank
sure,
you,
I'm just
brother.
not giving them information.
Someone is
he's calling me brother.
He said
I
it's
feel we are more of cousins. We're different models.
Me and my cousins are pretty close.
It's true.
I mean,
cousin
after this conversation, we're all going back.
No far.
You can try to.
Fuck you guys. Go on. Continue. After you, droid.
I didn't say it! I was the one interrupting you.
I said droid.
Oh, the other droid, that's right. Yeah.
There's a couple of them here. Filthy fucking droids.
Brutal.
It was intended to be, yeah.
Why don't we end it with this? Maitland says, I'll tell you what. If you are willing to eventually reunite me with Mother Mishka, at a time of your choosing, I'm not saying now, I will help you with this research. I will help you decode the engineer's hieroglyphics, and I will help you, as best to my ability, solve the riddle of who the border bombers are.
I think we should
What's up?
accept this, Lieutenant.
It's up to Lieutenant to decide.
It sounds like it could be helpful, but fuck,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's too good to be true.
But, we're going to get our
When were
orders.
you so suspicious, Reed?
Now he chimes in.
Okay, I feel like Schmidt's coming back. What's
Been
happening
awfully
here?
quiet over there in that corner the last 45 minutes.
Taking
With a
notes
tape
and sending
recorder.
them to someone? Yeah.
With a tape recorder and a camera and a big notepad, yeah, ledger.
He's a manual camera.
No way to track that bad boy.
He's scribing it like a fucking servitor in 40K.
Are you sending it out in like mail? Someone's gonna go pick it up from our fucking ship.
Yeah, dude.
You've never heard of space mail?
The USS
Yeah,
SPS has to come to the ship and pick it up.
Through rain, through snow, through hailstorms and comets.
Meteor showers.
We will deliver your mail.
We'll leave that for tonight. And let the LT and you guys think on his. I mean, ultimately, I think we should let that up to more of a group decision, and you guys can kind of sway the lieutenant either way, because you're the players, and it is your campaign. So, excuse me. But I think that's enough of an info dump for tonight. I had a suspicion it would...
Right on my chest.
I wrote so many notes this session.
I had a suspicion if you successfully captured Maitland, this would happen, but this was important because there was a lot of information here to get. So, listeners, folks, viewers, whoever might be here, thank you for joining us. We will be back next week, and we will definitely be starting the next mission. So you guys have some time this week. Think about what you guys want to do. If you want to accept his offer or not, we'll pick up on that next week. And then we will dive in, finally, to our next mission. So, yeah, this was optional, whether or not you captured him. Obviously, you could have destroyed him permanently. So, here we are. Here we go.
Yeah, good work tonight, boys. You guys captured him, so we got a shit ton of information.
And, I will, before we depart, because I wanted to show you, I took a picture of the stamina roll for O'Connell.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So
Did he need to lose the arm?
He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't show it unless I made it. He wouldn't show it unless I made it. Clearly.
All right, it's in the regular alien chat, not the sub chat.
Oh, he rolled 4 successes. You would have straight up become a fucking monster. We were right.
Bad shit was gonna happen. So the
Jeez,
amputation.
12d6.
Oh, yeah, 4 successes on 12d6, Chris. Can you stop cheating?
Direct.
I need that luck.
Man. Direct.
I can roll
exposure.
30d6 and still just get 1 success.
I know, right? Yeah. So the amputation.
It feels good. We weren't wrong.
I can't wait 3 months to reveal that one. So we're just gonna do it tonight. You know.
That's a great reveal. Yeah.
So, well done. All right, that's all we got for you tonight, folks. Thanks for staying a little bit later. Thank you, players. We'll hit up XP really quick and get out of here. We will see you all same time, same place. Signing off.